that should be happening to me a lot when I look up at the sky. I'm like, yo, is this supposed to be here? I just go on the internet
Right.
or Twitter,
I don't know why I
and I
just
just be
typed
like,
in
the
about
moon.
that.
I type in, is the moon tonight?
The sun could be here, and the moon will be appearing on this side. But when you say, like, for example, the sun is setting, is behind the moon, is turning red because the sun behind the moon, I was like, it could be, but if the sun is over there, the moon is over there, that should just turn red. What's behind it? It's just red.
I mean, but sometimes like Venus does like appear.
Yeah, it just appear and then it goes away after a few.
Oh yeah, but that's pretty common. Like there's times in the orbit, and like where like the planets are closer to us than others and shit. So like you will see like Venus, like more like with the naked eye and shit.
Right.
Like easily.
And
That should be scary. I ain't gonna hold you.
like, it's a crazy switch up. Like it's an element thing. Like when the moon was blue, the bluest, that's when hurricanes was going on. Hurricane Katrina happened. Da da da. Another tsunami. Boom 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 boom. All that shit happened when the moon was blue. Now they saying when the moon is red, you're gonna get fires.
And there's been
Australia
that
fires. Remember that happened. LA fires. That happened. The crane that just happened that dropped and collapsed from just melted. Boom. Red moon.
Definitely a lot of strange things been happening. Yeah.
I haven't seen a UFO though.
Yeah, let's go.
Never seen a UFO.
Everybody ready?
Reggie.
Ready.
Yo. Okay. Songs you click.
Yeah, you got record on that? Okay.
Gotta make sure.
Okay. I know.
Attitude.
What's
That's the only thing.
What's the vibes? What's the vibes today, Dante? You got a song in your head already?
I do. You not gonna turn this off?
Oh yeah, let me turn off the TV. I know it's a distraction sometimes. When she's like
Who was that?
That was
Sukiana.
Oh, Sukiana.
Get her name right, Dante. You keep fucking up her name. Her name is Sukiana.
I would have never known that was Sukiana.
Yeah, I ain't gonna hold you. I didn't know that until the day after. I thought that was a lady on.
That's a dope name.
That's the she just ate my ass. She want to switch, girl.
Yo, Solange just loves saying that line, bro. Like,
Nah, eat it.
Yo.
Lord, what's the vibes today, Dante? This shit sounds crazy right now.
What's that box for?
It's my soapbox. If you have important things to say, you use a soapbox.
Fuck, what episode is this? Welcome to episode 190 of the Soapbox. Here was your boy Sunny Tay. We got Karan in the building, aka Amal, with the all-white flower t-shirt on, you know what I'm saying? With the New York Rangers snapback.
What's up, yo?
We got Solange in the building, aka Poppy, with the Beyonce tour t-shirt on.
Yeah.
Solange got glitter on her face still from last night.
I'm fucking screaming. This is new glitter.
New glitter.
New
New
glitter.
New glitter.
Not glitter from last night.
Whatever.
I'm screaming.
We got Logic in the building, you know what I'm saying? With the Carhartt sleeveless jacket.
Yo, shouts
You know?
to Extra Ketchup, yo.
Hey.
Yo, they got me right, yo.
You know what I'm saying? And we got our special guest, Rocka in the building. You feel me? Out here.
What's up, y'all? I just got my Blue Smurf shirt on today. Smurfing.
Blue Smurf. How you doing, How you doing, Rock? How you doing?
I feel exhausted. Well, this energy right now is uplifting, so it feels good to be here. Last night was an adventure. It was a journey going from Rounds of Flame into the after party, so it's pretty dope. I feel good, though.
How'd you think last night went?
Last night was chaotic, but it was fun. It was chaotic. There was a few arguments there and there. That's how it goes. Dancers want to argue.
Facts.
But at the end of the day, you got to battle. However the results is, that's the results. You could be mad. You could be happy.
Wait, can we give like context to what's going on?
Yes. Let me just introduce everybody, then we can get into it.
Okay.
Because it was a great fucking night. Like you said, it was chaotic. It was awesome chaotic.
Okay.
Solange, how are you?
Solange.
Haven't seen you in like 4 weeks, 5 weeks on the podcast, but look at you come back out here. You know what I'm saying? How have you been? How are you?
A bitch is fucking alive. We here. It was cancer season.
It was.
I saw Beyonce yesterday, so nothing could go wrong anymore.
She said, I'm all better for a little bit. I'm good.
How much is the
Exactly.
tickets, though?
Bitch.
Sheesh.
An arm and a leg.
But it didn't. Let me.
An
not
arm
do
and a
this.
leg.
Damn.
Y'all are, I swear Americans are the most gullible, form of human beings.
No, Karan's
ever.
not wrong because I'm pretty sure if I waited a little while longer, my tickets probably would have been half the price of what I got it if I waited till like next week to buy the tickets.
Right.
But
You know, it's crazy. I ask how much, but nobody would never answer that question.
because we're too ashamed to tell you how much
I'm
the
not.
tickets
No,
really
nope,
were.
not here. I will tell you. I went last night and I paid $85 a ticket.
Okay.
And you know what?
Where your seat was at?
What seat I was at? I got a $450 seat. You want to know why? Because 15% of the people did not show up who actually either paid for a ticket or just did not sell. So, I mean, once you actually like, nah, but I ain't gonna hold you. That is living on the edge a little bit because my girl and I, we had a little anxiety because we was like, damn, we hope like nobody kick us out of this shit.
Exactly.
I mean, but at the end of the day, we didn't get kicked out and we got like good better
That'd be
seats.
crazy.
Yeah.
Imagine
Come
two
up.
people walk and say, "Yeah, we here."
Yeah,
No, but that's
the
happened a
thing.
couple of times in my section. I had to kick 2 people out, and they kept on moving from seat to seat to try and find a spot.
Yeah, I was hoping that wasn't me last night. I wasn't gonna hold you.
So when the finesse works, it works, bro.
I'm saying. How you doing, Karan?
Oh yeah, what's up? I'm good, man. I'm good. Y'all know my week is just. I mean, I haven't seen y'all in
We haven't
like
seen
a
us in a
month,
minute.
but
Dead ass.
yeah, my month has just been pretty hectic. I'm not gonna lie, very hectic. Just working, trying to build shit up. It's good though. I'm doing
Okay.
pretty good.
Okay. Logic.
Yeah, what's up,
Long time
Logic?
no see. You know what I'm
Return-
saying?
Logic.
Returning guest.
Second
Returning
time on the
guest.
pod. Oh
Hey.
shit.
You know what I'm saying?
We outside. We outside.
How you been? How's your month been going?
Bro,
I love this answer.
He didn't even answer you yet.
It was a psh, bro. That's all. That was it.
I am both in an uncomfortable process of growth and also full of joy. So I'm like I'm balanced, I guess, on both sides of the spectrum. I'm actually like really happy about a lot of things that are happening in my life, but also like, day to day is it's a fight sometimes.
Right.
But we here, we alive and we doing it, and that's beautiful.
I like that answer.
Awesome. I love
Right.
that
I
answer.
actually really like that.
I feel that.
I like that order. Man, positive. I like that shit,
Bro,
man.
you got to do it, man. You
Nah, I
will
respect
fucking
that.
crumble.
yeah.
I'm doing okay.
What's up, Sonny
I'm good.
Tay? How you been
Yeah.
doing?
I'm good, man. Just playing the crib, you know what I'm saying, racking up.
So you're not outside with Solange?
No, I was outside last night, but it was without Solange. But yes, I've been out. I've been outside. I've been
was
trying.
outside.
We was outside. I was trying to go see a dance battle for a minute, and I was upset I couldn't catch the other 2 Round of Flames battles that was in Brooklyn. So when I saw they went back to the old spot, I was like in Manhattan. I was like, oh no, I have to pull up. So it has to be the same day where Solange's going to Beyonce, and I was like, bro, I'm gonna just meet you after the concert because I'm going to this Round of Flames.
So I'll go, man.
Hit up Logic. Logic was down. I said, we out, bro.
I ain't gonna hold you. Dante was promoting this event. He was sending it to multiple group chats.
OD.
He was like, pull up.
Pull up.
And I was definitely wanting to pull up. I'm sorry, Beyonce.
I mean, it was
really
it was
did
really
too.
the night of Rounds of Flame versus Beyonce. I ain't going.
Yeah, no,
That's
that's a rough
what
like.
it
It was a
given.
rough night.
You know
It
what
was
I'm
a rough
saying?
night.
You can't.
know?
It's hard to beat Beyonce. Bro.
Yeah,
it's hard.
yeah.
It's hard.
But honestly, for the energy that was in the room, you did that, yo. Like,
Yeah.
That was great.
Can
I
you
think I
give
held it up.
can you just give context to even like what Round of Flames is and
All right, so Rounds of Flame is really like it's an event that unifies all the cultures in the communities of dance. So you can see light feeders, crumpers, flexers, vogue, whacking, breakdancing, flippers, whatever you wanna see is gonna be there. It's just the mission was to bring the community together, battle it out without any type of shade or any beef. It's just friendly battles and everybody party at the end. That's the key of the whole event is the party. Because people could battle and just go home and feel some type of way.
Facts.
But when you're partying with the people, even the people you battled, you partying with them, everybody's having a great time. So like that was the whole mission. I think I'm doing pretty great with that.
hell yeah, I agree.
what number event was this? Last night.
Technically it's number 26.
Oh, so you've been doing
but
this. Okay.
but we went over 80 events because the events in between we had Puma versus Adidas, Nike versus Jordan. We had these themes, but I didn't put a number on the event. So most events have the number, but there's events that just have a theme.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So since we was talking about the Beyonce versus Round of Flames, do you ever like set a date for Around the Flames, and then later on you see certain events pop out randomly during that same day. Do you kind of look at it like, damn, should I change back, or kind of like, nah, I want this?
This is part of the stress of being a curator, right? So like beef comes from that too. Like, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
exactly.
Like, sometimes you throw your event and you're not, hip on what's going on in the city, but you get a specific date for the venue and you have to take that specific date, or you don't have no event for the month. So when I take a specific date, I'm like, I gotta go all in for this. Then when an event pops up on the side saying, "Yo, man, we got our event over here," my only excuse for some of that matter, like, if we have two different audiences, then it could still work out. Everybody can still make some money. Everybody can still eat.
100%.
But I know certain events that they share the same community, so that's where you have to be really careful. Yeah. But that
What made
happens.
you want to start this?
What made me start it?
Yeah.
The new canines. They inspired me to do it. Like going to events like Battle Fest, that inspired me to do it. There's plenty of events like Zilla Madness. There's plenty of events that's going on in the community that not happening as much as it used to. And I feel like, what, probably is a time I have to start something to save battles for the community, to make it still happen and make it still be like active. Because once certain events start moving to different states, and that's what it is, what's happening in New York, who's
Right.
going to make the move, who's going to open something.
Right.
So after Rounds of Flame, then we got the Hub, all these other events, then we got the Vibe, so each event inspire other events to happen.
Right.
So that's the new circle right now. And Battlefest is back. Battlefest is coming
I
back
saw
to
that.
New York recently. They're coming back to New York more. So it just feels like home again. New York is home again.
It sounds like an opportunity or a moment arise, and you kind of just chose to act on it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Using somebody else's blueprint or other blueprints from other people to kind of do your own thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I definitely try
That's
to
super
stray
smart.
away from using the same blueprint.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people's using the same blueprint. And I'm like, but who's bringing everybody together?
Yeah.
Nobody's
Yeah.
really doing that. We got Flexing over here, they have their events. Life Feed over here, they got their events.
Yeah.
Yup.
Crumpers
Yup.
have their crump sessions and their ciphers and their events.
Yep.
Yeah.
But when are we coming together? Only for our All Styles events for like Red Bull,
Yeah.
Snipes,
Yeah.
Roller Dance. That's
Facts.
the only time everybody's coming together. And then at the same time, you're around a lot of strangers you don't even want to be clicked with. Like, you don't want to click
Facts.
with these people.
Yeah.
But you have to be there because that's your time to say, I'm going to see all the All Stylers. But we could do that here in New York. We could make our own Roller Dance here.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I love that. So, to talk about the chaos Quran from last night, and I love chaos, by the way. Like, I love chaos. I love
Yeah.
seeing healthy competition. Like, it really makes my blood boil in a good way, right? In a great way. So, so this was a conversation kept going on the entire night
Yeah.
last night. So, there was a battle between Uno Know a Lot versus the two women who I'm
Asia
forgetting
and
the names.
Chelsea.
Asia and Chelsea.
Yeah.
And great fucking battle. Great fucking battle. Love the fucking battle. So it went to a third round, Karan, which the third round is 30 Seconds of Flames.
Yeah.
And the DJ put a random ass song and they have to freestyle to it.
There you go.
Okay.
So forgot the name of the song, but they played a song.
I think I played a song by Papoose and Lil Wayne.
Yes, Wayne was in it. Wayne was in it.
yeah.
Yes, yes. And Noah and them went first, danced, and then the women were next, but there were arguments regarding it because there were outsiders
Yeah.
saying that, yo, you put on a light fee beat. That's not fair.
Right.
If you're going to do that, you might as well put in a flexing beat to make it fair.
And that's when the chaos activated.
And that's
right
when the
there.
chaos
Right.
happened.
So I had to speak up on the mic and shut things down quickly because when things like that happen, if you feel like you're being shoved to change what you usually do, everybody's going to feel the need to, like, I'm going to just change the rules because that's how we do things now. Because my community are here. I want this to happen.
Right.
No. And everybody's family. Everybody's
It's all fam there.
Yeah, it's all community. But like sometimes you have to put a stop at things like that. Like if I change the rules last minute just because the beat is too much on a light feet side, we all know that was not specifically a light feet song or track. Same way I'm not gonna play a flexing song when I know flexes are in the battle for the last round. because that's gonna be straight slaughter. Same like playing a light feed track. I'm gonna play a simple light feed track. Like, why would you play a light feed track on the third round when you're just giving them the power to just win?
Right.
I'm like, okay, if I played Busta Rhymes, is that more on the flex side? Is that more on the Brooklyn side? Will light feet argue about that, or will they just dance? So like, it's always gonna be that type of argument. But I know I chose a hip hop song, something from the top 40 list,
Exactly.
random selection,
Exactly.
and I said, this is what it is. It's playing. Start going. If you stop, that's on you.
But in a situation like that, because a lot of this stuff could be kind of subjective.
Yeah.
So it's like, do you have like is it like a written rule prior, or like when situations like this, when it happens, do you like now like enforce a more strict rule?
Yeah.
Like is there like a written rule to like?
It's
you know?
it's written
Or is
rule.
it like an unwritten?
Yeah, because
rule
30
type shit?
30 Seconds of Flame is always about you rocking to the track that is playing, and it's not going to be a track of your specific style for the third round.
Okay. And the politics, and I'm not in this community, so I'm like trying to like grasp everything. So
We've been
just
trying to get you in it, but you don't want to be outside.
I do. I'll be busy.
You gotta pop out. Just gotta pop out. Gotta pop out though.
No, so I just like excuse me if I'm asking like ignorant questions and shit. 'Cause I'm just like trying
It's
to
all fair.
trying to see.
questions, yeah.
Okay.
So was that the first time that happened? Like when
No.
people complained about the.
No, this happened
Okay.
about 3 times.
Damn.
And like I said, it will always end with a point where it's like, all right, the song is leaning towards our style. We can win this. But when you stop the battle, it looks bad already.
Yeah.
So
But the credit comes in once the song plays, and even though you know it's not gonna favor you, and you still rock out and win, more respect and honors to you now.
facts.
You know,
Like,
you just gotta
literally,
rock it.
in the stands. That's what I was talking to you about. I was like, I was hyped to see what they were gonna do to it, and then there was this whole argument that happened like in between, and then when they actually went, it
They
was like
rocked it.
they rocked it, but it was like there was so much in between that I was like,
You couldn't.
you know, like it was like, all
And
right,
just
like,
throw the energy to the side. Like, all right, are we gonna get back to it? Are they gonna change the
Yeah.
song?
right now, like we
nah.
looking at it in a different light instead of it just being what it's supposed to be,
Yeah.
like boom and then boom, you know, like and see like who actually is better.
Sometime when the fire is up, you gotta let the fire just keep going up. You can't tame down the fire
Yeah.
just because.
I agree.
You
I
know,
like that statement.
that's a bar.
I agree.
Because everybody's here to see a great show, you know. So
There's nothing wrong with fire. You just
gotta
gotta
cool the
contain
fire.
it.
Let the
yeah.
fire. Let it flame.
Just gotta tame it. I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start with an icebreaker question to
Let's
get
go.
everybody flowing and stuff. Flowing. Let me see.
You didn't have the
Ooh,
question.
the deep.
No, I
Yeah,
had
already.
mad questions.
He's
Like
still
I actually have
loading.
like mad
He's
questions
still loading the gun.
about it. There's mad questions I have to ask, but I want to get something that makes everybody could like talk and think about.
That thinking moment makes us nervous. I'm just saying, you know. I'm thinking.
Would you guys want to? This is gonna be imaginary. Would you guys want to go back to your teens with the knowledge that you guys already have right now,
Oh hell yeah.
or would you want to be, I guess 50? That's like the halfway mark. 50 years old, and just is gonna be blind and not knowing where your life is gonna be like in 50 years old. Just blindfold, take a time travel machine. 50 years old, you have no idea what to expect. Just
Oh.
right now, just taking a blind.
So I could jump forward to 50
and
is
have
what
no
you're
idea-
saying.
Yeah, you have no idea what's gonna happen.
That's depressing, man.
That's mad
That's
depressing.
depressing.
That's
I'm
depressing.
terrified.
Wait,
I'm
hold
gonna
on. Why
take
is
that
that
route.
depressing?
There we go. Come on now,
All
talk
right.
about it.
What I'm gonna say is depressing in my eyes because one, you're skipping years that you don't get the experience to
Okay,
have.
yeah.
You're just leaping to it.
I'll give you that.
And then whatever you get, you get. You could be rich. You probably might be homeless. But when you get to that 50-year leap, you gotta take it in the chin. You know, even if you're rich, you got problems. But when you poor, you know you got problems.
Facts.
So I won't ever want to blindfold myself and leap into the years and say, this is what's handed to me. I'm taking it. And nobody to complain to. I can't do it.
Solange. you
Wait,
agree?
hold on.
Oh yeah.
So you would go back with knowledge you have now and
I will
redo.
go back because I get to live more longer.
Okay.
And the experience that I had with the knowledge going back into my teen years, that feels like years of experience already.
Okay.
Just in my head.
Okay.
Then I'm like, I'm young. You know, I could do whatever I want and be wild, but be smarter.
Okay.
I'm with that.
That part. I would whip my little young ass self into shape and tell me to stop fucking playing around. I would be like Karan off for nothing, skipping school and going to the city. Not to call you out, I'm sorry.
Karan never skipped school.
That's what I was doing.
I kept track of you, bro.
No, you did not. I promise you did not. I promise you did not.
Karan, what's your answer?
See the thing is, I feel like it's. I mean, what was the point? See, I feel like there's only one like cheat code. Like I feel like if you're able to go back in your past, like that's a cheat code. If you know everything and you experience everything, and you can just go back and redo it, knowing what you learned. Like I don't know why you would want to jump forward to the future, like. Especially like skipping past the best years of your life, like supposedly like your younger years, like it's supposed to be the years when you experience the most things, you know.
Okay. Logic. I already know I'm gonna be devil's advocate. I already know I'm gonna be the odd man out. It's okay.
I feel like y'all too, like y'all just want to take the other end.
So all right, but all right.
Just
So
be like, oh,
listen.
this is perspective.
So, but listen. I agree with y'all in skipping the years.
Yeah, totally
Right.
agree.
Like
that would suck.
that's kind of wild, right?
That would suck.
But
Totally agree.
I'm gonna be real with y'all. Like, I wouldn't want to redo my life. There's like a certain presence that I understand now in just like being here and not knowing what's happening tomorrow and like existing like that. That if I were to go back, I wouldn't have that. I would know, and then like I could change things. Like suddenly, it's like almost like I'm not living life. Like
too easy.
Yeah, like I would be doing things in a way where I know I'm gonna win. You know what I mean? Because I already know what all the obstacles are. You know, it's almost like cheating on a test. Like it's like, oh, I'm good, so I'm not even really like participating.
You
so
wouldn't want to cheat on like what?
but I'd just be doing the years over. You know what I mean?
On the Regents.
On a
Sometimes you gotta do it.
On 100.
But
How you cheat on the regions?
jumping forward, I do have certain things in my life now that if I were to jump forward tomorrow, I would love to see if they were still there and what they would look like then. And it's not so much like, again, skipping the years. Yeah, I wish I could remember those memories. You know what I mean? Like that they would like come back, you know, somehow or somewhere. But to go forward and see, all right, the decisions that I made recently, where did they actually lead to? That'd be crazy. You know, like you kind of step into this like, oh wow, we did it. You know what I mean? Like, cause there's so much shit that you working on right now. So imagine stepping into it and it's like, oh wow, we here.
Done.
That shit happened. Okay, cool.
Like just a blindfold. You put like, oh wow, like we really, like you said, we
Yeah.
really did this.
Like I think it's a different kind of joy to be like, oh shit, it happened, it worked.
So
But you have like 20, 30, 40 years of your your life. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
that you can't remember. You're right.
Nah,
No,
that's
you
the
have
part.
left.
Can't remember it.
Yeah, I mean, if
'Cause, I mean, if you're 50, you know, maybe you live to
Yeah.
like
Every day-
70, 80. if you're lucky.
every day is a blessing. You don't, people die at 5, so it's not really like at least that's how I think. I don't necessarily think of age as like, oh, I only got this much left. It's like, you don't fucking know that. We just watched this dude die on his bike, right? On the show that we was watching. So it's like, it really doesn't matter. Like, do what you finna do today. And then tomorrow you got another chance, if you wake up, and it really is that. So, and that's how I've thought about my life for a while now. So, jumping ahead, yeah, losing those memories and those years is crazy, but also like just being there and just keep going. Yeah, that's exactly what I would do.
So, agree with logic with that part.
I gotta hear this.
But another way of looking at it, I think I'm just a sociopath and I overthink a lot. I feel like I made a lot of mistakes in my past, whole bunch of mistakes. To me, I'm one of those people like, there's a reason why that happened. There's a reason why I didn't do well in this test. There's a reason why me and this guy fell out or me and this girl fell out. There's a reason why all this stuff happens in my life. So if I were to go back with the knowledge that I have already and I try to fix those, what would happen? Like, what would be the outcome of that? Well, what if I would be more miserable then by making all these smart decisions? And certain decisions. There's some decisions I wouldn't fix. Like, I'm not happy with that. Some decisions I would fix. How I know I would be happy with that outcome and years to follow, what would be the result of that outcome? I just feel like, for me, I live where I'm at right now, and the mistakes that I made, I could live with that. And I'll be okay with that because I'm happy where I'm at right now. Now, if I wasn't happy and I want to go back, I'll risk it. I'll be like, all right, cool. I'll go back to when I was teens. I'll change shit up. and I'm gonna rock with whatever happens this. Because right now ain't it. This ain't it. What I'm living right now, but I can go back. So I feel like just jumping to 50. I think it'll be cool, bro. Because like just knowing that I have no idea what the fuck happened in my past years. I'm 50 years old. I want to see if I'm still friends with you guys. I want to see if I'm still friends with Logic. Like I want to see if I'm still in New York. I'm in Chicago. I'm homeless. Like I feel like I'll just come back in the time machine. I'll be like, damn, I'm homeless right now. I guess this is what my life is.
What it is.
And it is what it is.
It's all about the experience, though. Like, the experience and is what makes you, you know. So, like, to not know,
That
like,
would
how.
suck. No, that would suck.
Yeah, I want to know what made me poor.
Got here.
Yo, facts.
That would suck.
How did I get here?
How did I get poor?
What
What
went
did I
wrong?
do? What did I
That
do?
would gnaw me out. That would gnaw me out.
Yo, your way of thinking is very interesting, Dante. I be, you know what? My girl and I, we be talking. I be pillow talking like a motherfucker.
We talk about it.
Same.
Conversation topic.
Sometimes, man, I just be like, I do that.
What y'all be talking about? Studying
Yeah.
about? I would love to know.
I just be like, I just like to ask a lot of questions. So I just be like asking my girl about like I just be like, damn, I wonder if like why Dante thinks the way he thinks sometimes, or like Solange.
Wait.
I just be like, damn, I love my friends, but they just so different, man.
How are they together?
I want an example.
This is hilarious because you said pillow talk. So I don't know your girl, but I'm just picturing you with a woman, butt ass, and just like, yo, I don't know why Dante thinks like this.
First of all, Logic.
Butt ass. Just revealing shit.
Never butt ass talking about Dante. I'm gonna promise you that. You know what I'm saying? I promise you that. I'm
Just
never
revealing
butt
bad
ass.
shit.
You
Butt
said
ass.
pillow talk, so I was like, wait a minute.
No. Dante's never on my mind when I'm butt ass. But no, see, the thing is because like my girl is just like she loves my friends and she loves Dante and Solange. So anytime they do anything, she be like, oh, like they doing this. And I just be like, why?
You're such a fucking hater. You are like the biggest fucking hater. Oh my god.
Why did he do this?
Yeah, so that's where our pillow talking be coming in. So you know, I just be trying to get, but I love y'all and like I just be trying to get an understanding.
Nah, you dead as a hater. It's
I love
okay.
y'all though, but I'm just, it's okay.
You're like, why they going outside again? They went outside last weekend.
It don't be on like whatever. But see, the thing is, I don't feel like I'm a hater because I don't dislike that. Like I love that y'all are doing. Like I just love if anybody's doing what the fuck they want to do. You know what I'm saying? And they're happy about it. So like, if like my girls are, for example, Dante's always posting some anime shit. So like my girls always like, oh, Dante posted this shit, or like, yeah, Solange be outside and like my girl be like, Solange is outside. Oh, she doing this? Like, I think it's cool. But I don't be hating on it. Like, I really do be thinking it's
Nah,
cool.
he be hating. It's okay.
I'll be hating OD.
It's okay.
Like,
You
you
be
went
hating.
outside again.
You be hating. It's okay. I be hating sometimes.
I just question things. Like, my thing is like,
You
growing
question
up,
like how things.
like
why?
why?
Like the
I
puzzles
just
are
try to
piecing?
get an understanding. Like, I feel like at times people can take that as like hate, but I just be curious. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause, like, I'm my own person, saying sometimes I can be caught up in like being stuck in my own little bubble. So like when I see other people doing other things, like I'm the type to just question everything, you know.
I think it's okay to question. I feel like everybody calls like everything hating. You know what I'm saying? Like you could critique something and have facts behind your critique, and people still think you're hating.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's just gonna be a common thing. But listen, I don't care if you hate on us, man. It's okay.
I
love haters,
I love what
man.
y'all like do, man. I love y'all.
I appreciate it. Do y'all pillow
y'all.
talk? You pillow talk, Logic?
OD.
OD?
Like, I'm in a different scenario now. A lot has happened since the last time I've been on this podcast. I feel like I'm in my wholesome era. I'm in my wholesome era.
Do they call it what, soft boy? What do they
Soft
call it?
boy
Soft
era?
boy?
No, I don't think I'm
call
in my
it?
soft boy era so much as I say wholesome because it's like I be watching a lot of like dog and cat videos online. You know what I mean? Like I be a lot of comedy specials. You know what I mean? Like I'm laughing a lot. I'm going to like hug my friends. I'm actually on like a mini apology tour with a bunch of people because I'm just like,
Apology tour, got it.
yo, because I'm just like, oh, I did fuck that up. like that was on me, so let me go say sorry.
Apology tour really got
How does that work?
it.
Because like, isn't it feel like staged? If you
It's
know what's
not, I mean,
prepared?
it's not staged if I mean it.
Nah.
I think I'm at a point where I'm like,
Right.
I literally have a list on my phone, like in my notes app, and I'm just like, all right, these are the people I probably got to say sorry to. And for me, I understand like my bias enough because like I really be introspective, like, and I'll be like, all right, this is what I'm not good at. So when I know what I'm not good at, as soon as I'm in that situation, I'm like, okay, wait, this might be me. Hold on,
Sheesh.
And so I just have these names down. Some people I'm ready to talk to, some people I'm not ready to talk to. You know what I mean? So it's not as easy as it sounds, like, because it's really not. But for the people who I am ready to talk to, like one of my boys from college, we beefed over starting a business together. I did a ton of work, kind of just like putting things together and being like, yeah, this is what I think it is. And he had his own vision. But his focus was elsewhere. He was dating this girl. He really wanted to marry her. That was really important to him. And they're married now. Like it would happen, But in the moment, I was focused on the business. He was focused on his relationship. And like, we kind of were in two different places while we were trying to do this thing. I had real beef with him after that, because I felt like I did all this work and I was like, the fuck were you doing?
Yeah,
like,
shit,
it
We're
was
just trying to start a family.
right. It was this whole
We're
thing.
trying to break up the family.
And we weren't communicating really. And I didn't talk to him for years. Like, this is college. Like, I didn't talk to him for years. And, like, I would call him every once in a while. And, like, whether, he apologized for not picking up or whatever. But, like, he said, oh, no, I just didn't see it. Because we ended up talking. But, and then on my end, sometimes he would hit me up and I would absolutely see it. And I would absolutely ignore it.
So you acknowledge that it's wrong, like, I guess you feel like he did wrong on his part. And that you played into some.
Yeah, well, at the time, it was just, for the most part, I was apologizing for not even trying to, like, give it a shot. Like, I basically just, like, squashed the friendship without even being like, yo, let's even try to work this out.
Okay. Yeah.
And, really didn't talk to him for mad long. So, I hit him up maybe, like, 2-3 months ago now. I was just like, yo, like, what's up? Like, do you want to meet up? Like, I really feel like I got a lot to say to you. And he was like, yeah. Where he works, like, I could pull up. So I pulled up at his job. We sat, we talked about it. It was a little bit of tears, you know what I mean? Like, but it was real, like sitting with my boy, who was really my boy in college, and we fell off because of something that we didn't even start. You know what I mean? Like, it didn't even happen. Nobody made no money off of nothing, but it was just the fact that it didn't start that, like, separated us in that way, and I didn't even give it a shot.
Wow.
So that's what I mean, where it's like, my wholesome era is really looking at my life and being like, yo, what are the parts of this that I'm, like, really fucking up? Like, what are the parts of this that I'm, like, choosing the shitty side, and I'm really going to try to do right? Like, I'm really going to try to do right by the past, and I'm really going to try to do right, like, moving forward. So, like, when you ask me...
tricky. That
Yeah,
shit gets
it's tricky. Yo, listen, it's a challenge every day. So when you ask me, like, oh, do I pillow talk? I actually became celibate 4 months ago. So, like, when I hear pillow talk, I think of, like, post... situations. Like, we sitting and we talking, and like that hasn't actually been a thing for the last couple months, and it's like the first time in my life that I'm ever like, nice to meet you. Oh, I'm gonna get you an Uber home. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's a very different mentality, but like even within that space, like as far as like an intimate relationship with somebody, I love that. Like, just me and you, and we talking about like really deep like conversations. Like, even just my homies. Like, me and you was talking like all day yesterday. About a bunch of different. I brought up stuff about like my relationship and like who I'm talking to. Like, and that's just like I want to get deeper with people, and I want to get more vulnerable with people, because I realize like, oh, I actually enjoy that.
I got a question. After you finish, after you answer your question about pillow talking, but I got a question for the males. Okay. So my question is, Dante and I, we had this conversation before about men only beef about money and women. And like one other thing.
Ego.
I want to know, like, what is the craziest thing that you've ever argued about with a man? Because we say, like, for females, we get very catty. We argue about a lot of different things. Like, we can have a lot of things that falter in what the problem was. But with men, the main thing always is either money or women. So I want to know, like, what is the biggest argument you guys ever had with another male counterpart?
I thought of mine. I don't know if you got a...
I don't have nothing right now in my head.
Karan, you ever argue with somebody? I never even...
Because now even thinking about the dance altercation, like...
Yeah, I do argue a lot with people. Like, me and Doc argue a lot. Like, me and Havoc argue a lot. Me and Dreams argue a lot. I mean, it's calmed down now, but when we argue, it's really about intimate, real, like, conversation.
So
about
what's like the
certain
biggest?
topics.
I want to say like what's the biggest beef that was
If you
like
feel
the
like
most
sharing.
obscure, like the craziest, not like the most typical, like oh that was my biggest fallout, but like the dumbest thing that you feel like why do we even argue about this type of shit? Like the most wildest thing. That's not money or woman.
It's not money or woman. Can I say horoscope? Well, that's too weak.
No, that's
Nah.
I mean, if that's what it
Alright.
was.
that's
okay.
different.
Yeah,
to
that
argue with a
is
man
different.
about that.
Like
That
yeah,
is.
like horoscopes. Like sometimes, like I always have this like rejection. Like yo, like sometimes not everybody is always what you scripted to be according to the horoscope
A
scriptures.
fact.
You know, you will meet a person, and then because of that, you know, that relationship, you expect the same outcome or something like it from a person with the same exact sign.
Yes.
And I'm like, it gets trickier than that. But the argument is like, before you meet the person, don't say what that person is or what you expect from that person to become or do or react.
Yes.
You know, because like, yeah, you're a Pisces. I know you're gonna react like this because watch what I'm gonna say. Yep, you're gonna cry, right? 'Cause you're a Pisces. Like, no, chill, you know, we gotta chill out sometimes. We gotta hold back on that. Let people just be their personality, and then even if you want to pick little things out of it, like, I could check that off. That's what that person's like. That's what that person is. But to say it before knowing that person, that's I'm like, yo, you gotta stop doing that. And we be arguing about that a lot. So. But after the arguments calm down, it's laughter.
Yeah.
You know, it's never beef.
Right.
It's just interjecting. This is not how it's supposed to be. But sometimes we got two different beliefs, and you gotta respect it.
Yeah.
You know? So that's when men have to say, all right, that you here, I'm here, but we good.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Agree to disagree.
Agree to disagree.
Ron, what's the pettiest thing you ever argued about with a male? I feel like you don't argue with men with niggas.
I don't argue with
You don't argue with niggas.
not over like petty stuff. Like I feel like trust me, I do get in a lot of arguments, but it usually be on like moral stuff. Like shit, I don't
Now you
argue
really
to.
do be-
Yeah, y'all know me how I can get down. Like it be on like shit, man.
No, we be going back and forth 25 minutes.
People just like their opinions on like just politics, on religion. Like I'm always down to go toe to toe on people. Shit. I've done had last argument. I didn't had an argument over just like content and music and modern music and like if it actually affects like the youth. Like it's usually moral shit, you know. But never like I don't personally agree on like really beefing over like little petty shit. I really try not to do things like that. You know? Like, what the fuck you laughing for?
Because I'm thinking about like the stupidest thing I've argued about with a man.
Oh, I know you are. Dante, you're just petty. You're just petty. I know you were just over something simple. I know. Yo, I feel like one time, like Dante went out and like we went to like Chili's or Applebee's with like maybe like 4 of the homies or some shit. And Dante like paid on his card or some shit and maybe like 2 of the people didn't like give the full amount and Dante was tight that he had to pay the tip or some crazy shit. And I feel like Dante didn't come outside or like chill with us for like 2 months after that.
That's money though.
That is money.
That's
Yeah.
I said no money.
But yeah, that got me.
Oh,
tight,
that's
bro.
money. Yeah, that's
Nah,
true.
Yeah, like just
That got me
random. I
tight.
need
I
a
remember
story
that
of like
day.
some crazy petty ass like. I need a random ass story of some random ass shit that happened. Like,
I got in an argument over Glizzy.
A real argument.
I got an argument over Glizzy.
Sometimes you gotta just drop that conversation.
Nah, bro.
Like you wanted to eat it first?
So I was
Like you wanted to gobble the glizzy first?
That's how
trying to fight.
crazy. That's how
Dante
crazy.
trying to fight over the
Just
glizzy.
don't pass me one. You know?
So I was at a baseball game with my father.
Oh, it's a baseball.
Oh, that's nasty.
So I went to get food because I was hungry. So we was at Yankees game. Remember exactly, Yankees game. So I ordered a food. I ordered like a glizzy and a fry, something like that, right?
It's just when
So-
you say it in that sense.
Ordered glizzy and a fry. So this drunk dude was around here. He ordered the same thing. So he said, so the guy came out. We have an order for a hot dog and some fries for Dante. And then homie was like, wait, that's mine. I ordered that shit. And then I was like, nah, bro. Like he clearly said Dante. Is your name Dante? Nah, my name's Dante. So I got the glizzy. He said, no, this is mine. Like I ordered this before you. And I was like, you did order before me, but this is mine.
Bruh.
So I'm gonna eat it, like right now,
Bruh.
right? So he was getting really mad. We was arguing over a glizzy. So I was like, bro, this is a whole hot dog. Like, you arguing about hot dog. Your hot dog is coming, bro. Like,
Damn.
I know you know what?
Damn.
I'm gonna be mature today. Keep going.
You know what? Food might also be like one of the like you might have to add food to that list.
Food.
nah, food's a big thing.
one.
Don't fuck
Food's
with
a big
food.
one.
And I'm very selfish with my food. Like, I don't like sharing my food a lot. I'm very selfish. So, like, don't play with me with my food. Like, I spent $20 on this damn fucking hot dog and some fries. Like, this is my hot dog and fries. So he was getting really mad. So I was like, so this is me being petty. The guy left. And then his order came out. Hot dog glizzy for something. I took that shit. And I gave it to my pops.
Wait.
Yeah.
Wait, you took both orders?
I took both orders.
Damn.
Because the nigga just walked away. It was mad pat. So I took both orders. And I gave it to my pops.
Then the Dr. Dre song comes on in the background.
So we had 2 glizzies and some fries.
Nah, that's fire though.
Great fucking day. But I really
Got an extra glizzy, man.
extra glizzy, man.
Extra glizzy.
Extra glizzy for everybody.
Would they ever put that name on the menu?
They should.
I don't think they should.
I think they should.
Glizzy?
You know how much money they'll
Like,
make
get
off
a
that
glizzy,
shit?
$150 glizzy. Like,
Bro, come on,
$1.50
think about it.
glizzies.
Think about it.
Come on, man.
Nah,
You
it
don't
would
have to do
definitely.
that.
That's good propaganda, but that's mad AO.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
what?
Yeah, nah, you're gonna get a percentage of niggas who is not ordering a glizzy.
Anymore.
I guarantee you, just because they changed the name from hot dog
no
to
one's
glizzy,
getting a glizzy.
Bro,
Niggas will order a hot dog. They might not order a glizzy.
I never knew a hot dog could get so much attention.
Yo,
Like, glizzy,
telling
everything's
you,
glizzy.
bro.
Scarlett is rapping over a glizzy on the mic.
bro, I'm telling you, let that shit change the glizzy. Watch.
Yo.
No.
Niggas don't like that shit, but I guarantee you they'll buy it.
Yo, somebody's going to buy it.
Yo,
Come on.
Or a new restaurant for glizzies.
Quran just wants better for our people.
Come on, just wants better for our people. I'm school.
I don't know, man.
Oh, man.
I don't know, bro. Maybe you should write the government about that.
I definitely will. All right, Logic.
We argued over washcloths.
Whoa.
About whether you use a washcloth.
That's serious. That's serious.
Wait, was
That's
he
valid.
white?
Yes. So it was a multitude. It was a group of men, some black, some white. We argued over whether or not you use a washcloth, one. And then, so one of the arguments for not using a washcloth was like, so you're going to use the same thing that you use on your balls on your face?
I put that argument.
And I was like, first of
that
all,
argument.
I have 2 washcloths. And they got so mad at that. They were so upset at me saying that I have a separate washcloth for my face. And I was like, first of all, why wouldn't I? Exactly for the reason that you just stated is exactly why I have a separate
Because
washcloth.
you're using the same hands to wash your balls for your face. So
But
like, I don't understand.
I mean, like I said, I didn't really understand it either. I'm Jamaican. I'm a Caribbean person.
Right.
I learned washcloth. That's what we have.
Right.
You have a rag, and that's how you wash your body, right?
Why can't you just start from the face and then
And
do
just
balls
go down,
last?
right? But
That's
then
what I do all the time.
But then I assume
Don't
that
go
it's
balls
more
up.
like I
Just don't go balls up.
balls up.
I assume it's day to day, where it's like yo, you that touched your balls in your booty yesterday. You really gonna put it on your face today? You know what I mean? Like I assume that's the situation.
I assume you wash the whole cloth out thoroughly.
But like truly, I wash my face in the sink and my body in the shower. Like
Interesting.
that's a separate thing in my mind and has like my entire life has been that.
Very
So
interesting.
when they were talking about, I was surprised that they didn't use washcloths. Honestly,
No, that's
But-
not using no washcloth.
yo,
So it's like in the shower, dry head, then go into the sink,
Yeah.
head dry.
it's a different time. I wash my face in the morning when I wake up.
So
I
you
have-
do both times.
I have my scrub. I have like lotion I put on, like it's like a different thing.
whole
Yeah,
routine.
yeah. So like I might shampoo. You know what I mean? So like if I'm doing my hair, then like I don't necessarily. It depends on when the last time I washed my face was. You know what I mean? Like because you can't scrub every day. You know what I mean? Like it's like a whole thing. So like it's a thing. You know, like it's different timelines. It's different schedules. Like it's not the same in my head. Like that's just the way that I move. But yeah, we really argued about that for hours. Like I want to say we maybe argued about that for like 4 hours in the studio. Just like, what the fuck do you mean?
Niggas, I got
two
2
washcloths.
washcloths.
2.
You wasting washcloths out here.
That's wild. I'm never arguing with white people over hygiene. Bro. That's a dub.
Two different battles, man. 2 different battles.
2 different
not even
battles.
a
2
battle.
different battles.
Rocker, do you pillow talk?
Yes, back to that. Of course, I pillow talk a lot. Like, a lot, bro. Like, pillow talking is like the way you really express your day, you know?
That's a fact. That's
with
a
your
fact.
lover, you know? So, you know, your stress, your venting, everything you got to get it out. Pillow talk. I just don't do the pillow talking when you're talking about others.
Why not?
It just, like, if it's about someone, it can be so, like, deep.
Yeah, it can be too serious.
Because then you're leaving the bed like, damn, I don't want my girl to look at my friends like that.
Right.
But pillow talk, you know, I can't do it like that, you know, because like that could affect how people look at people sometimes. You know, how deep the pillow talk goes. You know, just make sure the sex is great. You know, sex got to be great. Then do the pillow talk. You know,
That's a fact.
You pillow talk with your your homies and stuff.
Wait, what?
What?
Pillow talk with your homies.
Like have deep conversations?
No, I mean pillow talk like.
Yeah, first of all,
like
let's
do a little-
describe
like a little
pillow talk
gossip.
Y'all don't
because
pillow talk with the
let's
homies?
describe the
Couch
definition.
talk.
Couch
Couch
talk.
talk.
All right,
Couch
cool.
talk.
Couch
Because
talk.
definition
Call
of
it
pillow
different.
talk is we fucked and now we're
Yeah,
having a
right.
vulnerable
Pillow talk is dead
conversation.
ass
you laying your head in the pillow talking.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm not laying my
okay.
pillow talking to you, Karan. like we not. I mean, besides
And
time
For
I slept on
females,
the
it's
couch.
different though because we be pillow talking, but like you know.
But
girls
that's
be at
different.
the
Y'all
slumber
could sleep on
parties,
the same bed. Pillow talk. That's
Basically.
different.
All right, hold on.
Girls can hold each other and sleep.
Yeah.
Guys can't do that.
All right,
Y'all
well,
can
hold
do that,
on.
but y'all be mad homophobic. So
Right.
whatever.
Hold on.
Nah, we
Hold
got
on,
the
hold
most
on, hold
homo
on.
jokes ever.
Yeah,
Hold on.
We make mad homo jokes on each
but
other.
All
y'all
the
can't
time.
hold each other.
Wait,
I really want to swing it right here.
Yeah, we hug. I hug my boys all
But
the
you
time.
can't hold each other. You can't cuddle and not
That's
be
some like
Well,
that's some like
depends-
white boy
depends.
like
That's some white
friendship.
boy.
No. Seriously, it depends on the matter. Like you could hug your brother for a long period of time if it's something deep going
If you
on.
meet
But
them,
y'all
yeah.
wouldn't even sleep in the same bed together on a slumber party. Girls could do that and just be back to
What?
back
Nah,
type
I-
shit.
we-
We've
Nah, I could
had
definitely
no.
sleep
We
with my
definitely
homies.
had.
But that's what I'm
back in the-
saying.
I mean, we grown men now,
Yeah.
so we're not doing that
days,
now.
mad
but-
sleepovers.
Yeah,
Right.
sleepovers.
Nintendo 64
See,
all
I-
day.
Yeah.
So-
that's-
But
Question.
like you guys were sharing the same bed.
Sometimes.
sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah.
But your feet got to be on the other side.
That's a
you know?
fact.
All right. So question.
Saying.
So question. So
No
question.
back to back.
You can't be behind me.
Question.
There's no back to back.
Slow,
I'm sorry.
As far as like, cause like I got mad cousins, right? We slept every single nigga had his foot in my face. You know what I mean? Like it just
Yeah.
is what it is, right?
Yeah.
So to some degree, when I think of my friends now, I have like that feeling where I'm like, nah, you my boy. Like it's not no weird shit because I know it's not no weird shit. From the time you even walked in my door, I know it's not no weird shit.
Facts.
So if you were like, yo, man, I'm really tired. I just need. I'll be like, yo, fucking go to sleep, bro. Like, cause I know you're gonna go to sleep. Now, if I wake up in the middle of the night and you got your hands wrapped around me, now I'm like, bro, hold on. You know what's going
All
on?
you see is fingers. Like, oh,
Fingers.
oh snap.
But I'm not assuming that that's what you're gonna be on. You know what I mean? Like,
Can't think like that.
right, exactly. Like
Right.
that's not the way that I think in my head. So.
Exactly.
Like, especially, like, again, I'm in my wholesome era. I've been more, like, vulnerable with my homies. Like, I've been more like, yo, my nigga, you need a hug? Because I know niggas don't get those. You know what I mean? Like on some shit.
Don't get hugs.
So, like, I don't know. Like, I don't feel weird about that to that degree. Like,
Right.
I'll do head to foot. Like, cool. But, like,
Y'all won't
Bro.
do back to back.
I've done back to back.
cheek to cheek is
Nah, you
crazy.
can't do that because, like, I ain't gonna lie. Like, it happened once. Like, somebody back to back, you know, but the bed started getting warm. So I
That's
turned
value.
around. I'm like, yo, nigga, you pee in the bed, bro.
Wait, what?
This is real story.
See,
I can't
nah,
make this
that's-
up.
Y'all be the best.
So if he was on like, you know, the opposite side, you know, probably leaked over there, but
Right.
I'm feeling it all from the hips.
Oh,
all
nah.
just wet.
Oh,
and I'm like,
nah.
oh.
Whose bed? Wait, whose bed was it?
It was his bed.
Then, okay.
Wait, what age were you? Wait, no, that's the most. What age were you? Nigga?
I mean, it was like 14.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
But,
Sleep
yeah.
over in 64 days, you know, until
Yeah.
64, you know, everybody just
Nah, that's
grab a bed,
wild.
grab a couch, everybody just sleeping all around. And then,
No one has ever peed in my
you know,
bed.
I had to wake up. And like, damn, I gotta change the underwear, bro. Clothes, nah, I gotta bounce. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Wait, was it
Yeah.
a was it a
Sometimes when you
homie?
trust your boys too much, you, know, you might get leaked on. You might get leaked on. Yeah.
You might get leaked off.
Something might get leaked. You know what I'm saying?
You a
That's
bet.
crazy.
I would have fucked. Oh God, was he drunk or something?
Bro, weak bladders, man.
Damn.
Weak
You
bladders.
were better than me. I would have wilded out.
I wanted to wild up. I'm like, yo, it's his bed, man. Like, it's his crib. It's his crib.
It's
I ain't
his
gonna lie,
See,
it's his
I'm just
bed.
mad, but
See, now, that's the time he might have needed a hug. You know, like, yo, it's okay, bro.
After he
Yo,
fucking
bro, it's
pissed
okay.
the bed.
No, like,
Can you
stand
imagine
up.
that conversation. Like, yo, bro,
Stand up. Like, don't stay in
bro,
the.
like, bro, what you gonna do? Like, you got extra underwear? I can borrow your underwear, son? Like,
Wait, oh. Hey, y'all never borrowed each other's underwear before?
No.
Whoa, that's kind of wild.
That's why I had to bounce. I'm not staying here.
Nah, I don't know what other dudes' hygiene be like. I can't just do that. That's crazy.
You know, Tropical Fantasies was popping back then. So you know that P reek. You know what I'm saying? Reek.
I'm telling you something. It's just a different type of.
Don't get me wrong, because like I don't know. Don't get me wrong. I've never shared my girls' underwears before, like, but like bathing suits just like that. As females, we're nice. We offer it, but I don't think we've actually genuinely taken each other's intimates like that beforehand.
Y'all do like t-shirts and jeans, right?
T-shirts and jeans, clothes, lip gloss, makeup, all that shit.
It depends, yeah.
Some
depends
of us share
on who
underwear too. I haven't done that, but like I know some of us share the intimates. Like when you're sleeping over and you got absolutely jack shit on your back, the definition of I will give you the shirt on my back, literally as females, we'll give you like whatever the fuck you need. To compensate.
Nah, a nigga, if he really don't got it, he will free ball in his shorts, and then we sleeping head to foot.
You gotta do it. You gotta do it, man. You gotta do it. Free balling.
And
free balling.
It's just like if it's necessary. Like if we, like back in the day, like there's been times like we had to like sleep like next to each other, or we had to do something like we don't gotta do that shit. I'm like.
Yeah, like as females, it's just like we don't care. That's why I just wanted to know.
Yeah, no, I care. Like if I have an option, I would not rather do that. But I mean, shit. I think that's just a personal thing. Shit.
Okay.
What about sneakers? Y'all share sneakers?
Back in the day,
People? Yeah.
I have.
I used to.
I have.
back in the day for
Used
sure.
to.
If it's the same size, I'll definitely do it.
It's been a long time though for me.
Even clothes. I mean, even like the shirts.
Once somebody
hoodies and
scuff
shit.
them, I just stop wearing them and go to the other sneaker. Share sneaker type shit. Yeah.
I've traded clothes with niggas, like, so it's not even just like, I'm
Yeah, I
not
did
borrowing
that
the
too.
shirt. Like,
Did that
oh,
too.
take this, I'm gonna take this,
yeah.
and nah, I look good in this shit. Yo, let me, and it's like, you know what? Fuck it. And then that was my shirt. Like,
I just get tight when I want my shirt back for a certain day. And then
But on some real shit, if you my boy, if you told me that, I'd be like, no. You know what I mean? Like, do your shit, bro. It was your shirt in the first place.
That's a fact.
The Tigre Lacoste days. Remember those shirts? Those collar shirts? Lacoste, La Tigre. And they had the turtle one too with the turtle.
That's not like the swag surfing days.
Yeah, the preppy shirts.
Yeah.
High school was weird back then.
I was never a polo dude, yo.
Yeah, I hated them. I just had the hoodie.
Oh, well, I had the polo with the Uggs with the True Religion.
You deadass
My MySpace
Religion set.
My MySpace pic was lit. I remember I had to. I had that fit. It was crazy.
I was rocking Creative Recreations.
Oh,
Remember those?
No.
See? Creative Recreations was the sneaker, man. If I couldn't afford Jordans at the time like that. So Creative Recreations held it down.
Okay.
Yeah,
I was
good.
scared of them niggas with the creative recreation.
Yeah.
Them niggas will sock you out.
Different.
I was
What was
wearing.
that girl brand that kind of flopped? Not
Baby Fat?
Not Baby Fat.
It's
No,
definitely
she's
not
been
Baby
strong
Fat.
for a hot minute. Don't play her like that.
Baby fat.
It's definitely not Baby Fat. Baby Fat was lit for a while.
Then came Victoria's Secret. They
I
took
don't
them
know.
out of business.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, apple bottom jeans?
Not the apple bottoms. I'm talking about the sneakers, the pastries.
What's the name?
Pastries.
Angela and
Angela Simmons.
Yeah.
Vanessa Simmons.
And Procast.
That did a little
lit.
something. That did a little
A
something.
little
That did
something, something.
That did a little something.
Y'all remember the Yumps, the Soldier Boy shits, the Yums?
No.
Nah, bro, you can't. Nah, I don't know where that came from, bro. Nah, bro.
Next topic.
Nah, we gotta take time. I got it.
They call
I'm
ums.
done.
Big,
I'm
dancers
terrified
now.
of. I'm terrified of Balenciaga.
Why?
They bad.
Oh man, they're evil. We can talk about that. If y'all want.
I'm
down.
intrigued.
I would love to know.
I'm intrigued.
Tell me more about the house community.
The house community.
They catty as fuck, bro. I be
The
down
house
there.
community is choosy. Like they know, like if ain't nobody representing house to that event, nobody from house is showing up to that event.
Yup.
It's just like that. That's what I believe. You gotta have somebody really represent house or a judge. And it will
Yeah.
come out.
I have a question.
Shoot.
What is? It's two questions actually. What is one thing that you think, Raka, is holding the dance community back
Ooh.
that you constantly see?
What's holding the dance community back? Support. We need to support more people because there's a lot of things going on for dance communities, but the support is not really there. I'm not saying it just to be like loud and big headed because I know support comes around as a flame and I'm grateful for that. But I support other events even when nobody shows up. You know, I'll be there. Judge free. No rate.
So
I'll
what
come
does
out.
support mean / look like?
Support means more people looking at New York. more opportunities, more gigs. Probably magazine bloggers will be more interested in dance battles. You know, when's the last time you see YouTubers talking about dance battles and going viral with their footage about just dance battle topics?
No, honestly,
Bloggers
no.
are talking about all types of nonsense that nobody cares about, but it's millions of freaking views.
Millions of views.
Yeah.
But no one is really saying, I mean, Reem is doing it, but we need more people to pay more attention towards what's happening in the battle scenes.
Why do you think that is the way that it's not being supported / publicized and getting the recognition that it honestly deserves?
Perfect example. If you ask most people what Crump is, they don't know. And
That's
how long
100%.
Crump has been out? Since 1999?
That's 100% correct.
Same as Flex. People know Lifey. Lifey is on Ellen's show.
That's
Lifey
actually
is
kind of
everywhere.
sad because
Yep.
Lifey died and then came back.
Lifey is the most livest thing and is New York made.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, so for us being from New York and representing Crump, Dreams fam and the new Canines, you know, it's harder.
Because that came from LA.
Right. It's harder. So we're trying to be our own style of Crump and call it East Crump. You know what I'm saying? And we have to represent that to a high standard. But other than that, we know Crump is not East made. But we have to make it East made. It's inspired by the East. People don't want to mention that.
How so? How's it inspired by the East?
Perfect example. We know Busta Rhymes. You know M.O.P.
Yep.
The music, the swag, the Timberland boots, the Yankee hat tilted low.
Yeah.
That's East Side style.
OD.
LA style is more baggy pants, big T-shirts, you know, do-rags, chain necklaces. You know, they got the gloves. You know, they got their own Crump's way of dressing. But you see the style is more influenced from the East Coast. The music is East Coast. Once you hear Annie Up, you want to Crump.
Right.
Automatically. Even if you don't. Annie Up, get that food. That's East Coast swag, flavor, energy.
Oh yeah.
But Crump put a dance to it. And we're thankful. You know what I'm saying? But it's a balance. East still got represent for Crump. The same as West.
Support.
That's a fact.
I would agree with that. I think I would agree with that. What do you think? How do I want to formulate this question? I hope I'm not getting you in trouble or anything. I know you have like NDAs and all like that.
No.
So, when you see something like Red Bull, right? And you said Red Bull events or those mainstream battle scenes,
Yeah.
and you see certain dancers in those battle scenes,
Right.
and you see like some of your friends, or I forgot what they call it, like people you work together. I forgot
The crew.
the crew
cliques.
or like cliques or like other dancers that you know of,
Right.
and they go to those type of scenes, and you see that they're really killing that shit, but you see that they're not really getting the recognition that they deserve because a lot of people in the mainstream.
Yeah, it's a lot of disappointment with
Right.
that because, for example, Red Bull as a platform is a beautiful platform. Red Bull has platforms for every community.
Yeah.
You know, so we give them that credit. They pay well. Sometimes they don't pay well. But at the same time, you know, some of the dancers that we see go on Red Bull, we are excited because it's like this is their chance of making it per se or getting more recognition. Sometimes it goes left because like you expect so much from these dancers that you see in street dance battles, but when they get on these big platforms and Red Bull and these cameras and all the people, that oomph is not there like how it's supposed to be. And then you get the critics, the talking happens on Facebook, Instagram, there's a lot of division. There's like, oh, Flexing don't have it no more like they like because of that Red Bull event.
But that
But
sucks.
when you say like, yo, but I know that person, that particular
It's
dancer.
nice.
I went to rounds of famous that they kill people.
Right.
But what was the different energy? Music choice. You don't get the privilege to choose your music. That's one. So whatever new DJ plays, which that's also a complaint, a lot of DJs not playing the right selections.
Yeah.
They
To
do
get
play
the,
some whack
to
ass
get the
songs, I'm not gonna
dancers
lie.
in
Red
that
Bull,
bag.
yeah, Red Bull doesn't
You know,
have it.
so I could say that, and you know, because I've been supporting Red Bull events. I'll be there, and I'm like, wow, I wish they would have played that different song, but we don't have the choice. It's the DJ, it's the event. That's how it goes. If you could dance to anything, this is the time to prove it.
That's true.
So that's what that is.
That's true.
But if you're dance battling against somebody and they're battling to a song like boom, dum, 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 boom, boom, and then the next song is I'ma leave the door open.
That
Bruno
shit-
Mars,
nah, that's
this
fucked
really
up.
happened. This really happened.
That's mad
And now
fucking
you're like,
rude.
how you give them that song? At least give the energy to match the other
Right.
song. And now the dancer is in a predicament like, damn, I got to give my all, but I can't feel the music because who really dance battles to leave the door open by Bruno Mars?
Right.
But do they do that to be more inclusive?
We don't know why they do that. We don't
No, they
know
just
if it's
dickheads,
like,
bro.
Broaden the audience?
I would.
No.
I would personally,
just
as a
mainstream.
DJ myself, I just would never select music like that for dancers to get off to.
from somebody who's been on marketing teams, I could totally see why they would put it in.
Nah, that's just
And-
rude.
yeah,
That's
it's
kind
true.
of rude. No,
You know, it's kinda
Red Bull is so fucking rude with that. I'm sorry. Mind you, like, I haven't been to a Red Bull event yet. I've been trying to get into it, but I be getting so frustrated seeing that because I'm like, you are specifically made to bring out and represent dancers. What DJs are you choosing? Are you choosing just random club DJs expecting them to know the dance community type shit? Because now it's just kind of like ignorant at that point. It's just rude.
We understand that music copyrights is really, really
That part
big and
too.
lethal at points. Like if you
That
use,
part too.
and then at the same time, producers, like this was my complaint. I even made a Facebook post about it. I tagged them too. You know, I said, yo, probably it will be okay if you actually book the producers who actually make the actual music for these dance communities.
Yeah.
You
Because
can't
not
just
for nothing.
top 40 is just not enough anymore. You
Nah.
gotta play.
You could
their
literally,
music.
you could hire Kid the Wiz. You could hire Unanimous.
There you
could
go.
hire, like,
Kid the Wiz. You
bro,
can hire Stako. You can hire
and
all these people.
they're not ignorant. They know the dance community, so they know flex tracks. They know fucking crumb tracks. They know breakdancing tracks. They know all the different tracks that you could play, and you're just playing top 40 of random ass shit.
Probably it's a digital traffic holdback thing, and at the same time, we gotta also not forget that gatekeepers exist. If they say that's what it is, that's what goes. And at the same time, behind that, like, if you're gonna play music to make dancers move, and you don't want to choose the producers who make the actual music, is it a copyright thing? Is it because you don't want to give that producer too much attention for their music to actually get that big worldwide? Because it's a worldwide platform.
Yeah.
So can you imagine someone like one of our friends being a producer, right? And then he produced all these dope tracks for the specific community, and then you put him on the sets, and he's playing that music. For example, DJ Aaron, put DJ Aaron on the sets. Let him go on Red Bull. DJ Aaron playing flex music. Now the world is hearing what FDM is.
Yep.
Now they're like, yo, you can't download this music everywhere.
No, you can't.
You can't
I've tried.
find it?
I've tried. I can't.
Why you can't find it?
I
Is it
can't.
being researched? Is it a most searched
That's
thing?
a fact.
Right.
Is
bro.
it?
That's a fact.
But we know FDM from the hood. We know from the communities. We know what FDM is.
Right.
But Red Bull as a whole community, I know for a fact not everybody know what FDM is.
Oh no.
So
They be looking past movements when people be doing big ass flex shit or big ass movements. They be like, they don't see it.
they don't see it.
It goes
They
a lot of
be-
people's heads.
It really does, and it gets me frustrated.
I
I'm not
just
gonna
can't
lie.
imagine if I ever hear a flex track being played for the right dancer at the right time at Red Bull, all chaos is gonna go loose.
What?
No,
And you're gonna be
yeah,
like, how this man?
What?
How?
yes.
Like,
Right.
how did he do that?
Because
How
I'm
does
not
he do
even.
that?
I
What,
remember
bro?
speaking about that Noah and Havoc's battle with the other dude. I feel like they got played OD.
In Boston?
Maybe.
I think it was in
Yeah,
Boston.
it was a tag
Maybe.
team
I can't
one.
remember. Yeah.
Right.
But
They
they
won
win.
that though. They won that
They,
though.
they won.
I'm pretty
I
sure
think they posted
won.
that they won that one.
Yeah.
I hope to God so, because I feel like if they didn't, they got played because the audience wasn't fucking with them, and I was like, oh, so much shit is going over your guys' head.
Yep.
It's
Seeing it.
not even
So
funny.
if the music is matching this person's energy or specific dancer's energy, the magic will really unfold for the audience to see what could really happen with certain dance styles that don't get the credit that's deserved.
Yeah.
So I remember Flexing and Poppin' had beef for a while.
Well, that's a
Really?
good conversation because
You know what I'm
I
saying?
got confused with
this
that sometimes.
conversation's been happening for years. Like Popping was not respecting Flexing because they said it's taking too much moves, and their pops like our pops, and their move is like how you're moving called flex, but we made the foundation of what you're doing. There was a lot of conversation going back and forth about that.
Yeah, I
but
always got
the
confused
truth
with that one.
came down because Flex is gonna keep doing what Flex and do, and Pop is gonna do what Pop and do. And if you pit poppers, it's like at Rounds of Flame, you put a popper against a flexer, you see the complete difference. You know,
If
so
you know what you're looking
the
at.
conversation starts to reduce now. Like, all right, flexing is flexing, bro, because poppers ain't bone breaking it.
They're not.
Right.
They're not getting low. they're not
Poppers is
gliding.
giving you foundation. Boom, boom,
their
hit,
pops
hit, and
be
it's
harder.
beautiful. Everybody have their own beautiful differences,
Yeah.
Right.
but to separate the two, it still has to be respected both ways.
Yeah.
And you know, conflicts happen. You know, it happens.
Do you think that? I'm sorry. You had a question?
No, I was gonna say I think the other thing is the audience. where
Audience that's been
you know,
factor.
especially like
Red
Red
Bull
Bull,
is
people
very
are going because it's a
mainstream.
Red Bull event. You know, they know Red Bull's name, so it's like you might have an interest in dance, but you're not really close to like the different
The
like
heart of
genres,
it,
like the
yeah.
like the really understanding of what it is. So a top 40 song might keep the people there, keep the people engaged,
Because everybody knows the songs.
right?
Mainstream.
Exactly, and that'll keep them there. That'll keep the drinks selling. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Versus like the song that y'all really need to do what y'all do, they're not going to connect to that because they don't have that same like experience.
Now it's going back to what I was saying, that gatekeeper energy.
Yeah.
Like,
I was just about
is
to
it
ask.
really about who drinking, or is it about the dancers feeling comfortable and being in a fullest potential on the floor to give you guys an amazing show? They weren't about money, you know, rates, venue, like this. Drinks got to sell. The music got to be mainstream because we want people who are not dancers to enjoy themselves. I
Right.
get it. But you're a DJ. You gotta have a DJ there who's spinning in between battles to do that part. But when dancers are on the floor, play the right shits.
Like, is it at least make it like accommodating for everyone? Like, you know, you
Right.
have a flexor on the floor. You know, it's a mainstream thing. Play a dancehall song,
There
like
you
as they
go.
were talking about beforehand, because it derived from dancehall.
There you go.
You got light feet.
About to
You can
say,
play some
yeah.
Harlem shit. Like, you could play a top 40 for Harlem type.
That
Like,
still
go.
coordinates to the dancers'
Yeah.
style.
And
For-
the selections are small, man.
Yeah.
Like, if you're gonna speak dancehall, you're gonna hear Murder She Wrote. I heard that play that Red Bull battle. It's like, whoa, they got.
but you could at least still jam to that. You know what I'm
Yeah, I
saying?
mean, like, shout out to Shells. She rocked her battle to that song. She showed dance hall whining skill. You know, like skill and isolation and flexing. She didn't have to do that much flexing. She just want to show you that I could whine and do a whole round to old school dance hall in an old school dance hall style.
Right.
Shells did that for Red Bull, and she still came out on top of that battle. You know what I'm saying? You know, so you gotta just be you, and like, even though the music's gonna be slow, it's not gonna hit. Still gotta do what you gotta do.
You
Just
got
wish it could be better.
You got a
Yeah.
question, Karan? I didn't know you were trying to talk before I said something. Fuck, I lost my question. Oh. You mentioned gatekeepers in the dance community.
Oh yeah.
I also believe that there was a lot of gatekeepers in the dance community. Just from what I've seen, I feel like a lot of people don't know a lot of things that are happening around New York or even LA or just a whole bunch around dance community.
Yeah.
Are there certain things that you keep amongst your community and to your peoples, and you let them know?
Oh, the conversations we have conversations about a lot of things, like especially gatekeepers, like, and how to maneuver around gatekeepers to get a spot or a gig or a position or an opportunity. All these ways, like, is either you go straight head on with the gatekeeper and let them control the whole narrative, or find your way around the gatekeeper and find a position where it's bigger for you, you know, that you don't expect to have. You know, so like, I know the gatekeeper's gonna be doing what they gotta do to keep people out on certain budget brackets. The budget brackets are the most important thing because we need money to throw these events. We need money to pay off these dancers. We need money to pay off these performers. But when you're doing it from the street up, curating events just for the streets, and you just like, yo, I don't have the budget for this. This is my money. I'm putting this together with, and you got to pay people off regardless. But what if the budget is really there, and you can just say, I'm gonna use this budget for this. I'm gonna use this budget. We can't do that. We don't have that power. We have to face the gatekeepers that have that power. You got to sign contracts that you don't want to sign. You have to obey certain rules that you're like, damn, I can't even do this with the money. You know, so it's like, it's a lot of ups and downs with that. Now, ballet. We know ballerinas and ballet. That's a beautiful style, beautiful culture behind it. Is European. Do you see the beauty of the schools, the universities, the budget? Dancers get paid so much just to come and rehearse sometimes.
For ballet.
Just for ballet.
Yes.
Okay. Alvin Ailey. Thank God we had Alvin Ailey. You know,
They
black
on
people
strike
got
half the
jobs.
times, but still.
Yeah, it goes ups and downs, but Alvin
Yeah.
Ailey gave a lot of black dancers, you know, positions and opportunities.
Yes.
That most ballet universities would not even accept.
At all.
It's whitewashed, all white.
Oh,
Alvin
Right.
Ailey and Dance Theater of Harlem.
Right. So, like I said, the budget is there, but when it comes to street dance events and curators,
give a shit
we gotta
about
fight
y'all.
for grants. We gotta hope we get grants. Sometimes we take out a loan and hope to make the money back.
Yeah.
They be
Sometimes we
loving
don't.
to exploit it. I'm not gonna hold you. They love to exploit it, but not really give y'all anything for it.
The culture vultures are in disguise. Okay, so they will show up to your event, they will smile in your face, and they will take whatever they could take and make their own, or they'll just find ways to go around you and do it another way.
Yup.
Like there's a lot of people that's contacting me about, hey, sign up for this, sign up for that. I'm gonna help you get more community, and I kind of reject it. I don't feel like I need it. I feel like I just want the community that knows me and trusts me and love what I do to come out for me, and I trust them to do that. I don't want it to push like, give me your community. I want the house community. I want that to come up for love, out of love, and that's Rounds of Flame. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but these budgets, man. My dream is to make a university for dancers.
Really?
That's a dream. Can you imagine a university where all dance styles can have their own classes, and then the teachers, like, for example, Hollow James is a principal for Crump, like something like that. You know, like
Fire.
And we got our own little patches. We got a uniform.
Fire.
You know, kids are involved, getting taught well by
We're
the
able
right
to have the
teachers.
same fucking establishments and universities that these white
Right.
people be having and put them in fucking colleges and shit like that.
If ballet,
I love that.
If ballet could get that as a whole, why can't we get the same thing and see what we could do with it?
It's because they're white.
So that's a fight that we have to keep fighting.
I could totally see that happening in the near future, not even far future, in the near future.
Yeah.
United you stand, divided you fall. I think the biggest thing is just like being like supporting each other and just doing for self, and you know, not like always depending on like corporate. I know it's like really hard to like compete against like different corporate like dollar and stuff, but it's really important to just like just have a strong community and just keep supporting the community.
And that's one thing I've noticed about Rocco, like just from me meeting him a couple times, having some conversations. Like I remember we had a conversation in my car.
Yeah.
We was driving somewhere, I think back to your crib, drop you off, and we was talking about how like something about like dancers gotta stop doing certain things for free. Like there's something about like we need to. There was some type of gig that we was talking about, and you were saying how that was the last time you're gonna do something for free for said person, and like moving forward, like we gotta stop just taking just a slap in the wrist and not getting what our talent is worth. If I'm saying that correctly,
Like,
and
that was a deep conversation for real, because like I see my friends do it. I used to do it. You know, I used to just take opportunities that wasn't paying shit. Sometimes I have to like script it out. Like, you know what? I'm gonna do this for free because they have a great audience, and I'm gonna say I'm gonna benefit that way. But it goes on where it's like, damn, if you took that for free, I could probably book you for free too. And then everybody's trying to get you for free,
only for free.
Yeah.
only for free. You
That's
know,
a
so
fact.
like that comes down. It gets overwhelming. But at the same time, it's two sides of it. Dancers who take opportunities for free that you would never expect, and then will make these corporate gigs think that it's definitely okay to book dancers this way.
Yup.
Cheap, free. You know, if you don't do it, I get this guy because he did it last year. And now the opportunity is gone. Versus the ones who are holding up a standard like, you got to pay me this. If not, I'm out. Somebody's going to take it for cheaper. But when you stand that ground, it holds up a weight, you know, when more and more and more people start to do it.
Yeah.
But that's a double-edged sword, don't you think?
There you go. It is a double-edged sword because, like I said, they could choose somebody after you for free who might just do a terrible job.
Terrible,
But
yeah.
they're gonna get it.
They're
You
gonna
gonna
get
get
job
it.
done.
Well,
yeah.
You
Then
gonna get it for that
versus
price.
versus you standing up, building groups that will do the same and making it a voice.
Right.
And that happened. It was a time when we all had to speak up like, yo, corporate gigs, we got to stop doing this for free, They got the budget.
Question: do you feel like it's a demographic thing? Because I feel like I keep on hearing so much shit about how they don't treat LA dancers like that.
Oh, it's like my brother Dante says, it's a double-edged sword. In LA, they get treated like shit too.
But,
at
like,
the
at
same
least they
time,
get compensated.
It's favorites. There's favorites in this.
Always gonna
Yeah.
be favorites. Always.
It's always your favorites.
Well,
The favorites that would never get turned down because their name, they work for it.
Right.
It's okay. But it kind of pushes other people who want a chance to never get that opportunity.
right.
Especially when you step in the room and you know they're there.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm out.
Right.
I'm out. I'm gonna try, but after this, I'm
You already
definitely
feel
out. They're not going back.
Right.
They're gonna choose him and him and him, and the majority of the people who guess who they're gonna choose always be right.
Yeah.
Because once the show and the production come out, those are the names and the faces in the picture and the flyer.
Yeah. I'll say though, like that's their game. You know what I mean? Like it's the game of the establishment. To truly go against the establishment is to establish yourself. You know, and it does take time, and maybe you won't even see it in your lifetime. But the steps that you take now, like the next generation of dancers will go, this thing was built so that we don't have to deal with these people who don't treat us that way.
There you go.
You know, like signing that contract, cool, you got some money for a little bit, but are you really putting yourself in a position to bring the thing that you love, because that's why you're doing it, right? Because you love it, to bring the thing that you love to another generation, to another group of people who will love it just as much, if not more than you know? And it's so often that I see like artists in a lot of different disciplines like get like, this is the corporate job, this is the gig that's gonna like have me
Change
make
my
it,
life, yeah.
right? And not in the way that you think a lot of the times. Like, yeah, you might get a check, and now, you know, like you said before, those poor people problems that were like, wow, we really got problems. Maybe some of those get solved, but now you got rich people problems, and you're not a rich person. You're new.
Solve those problems even when you're rich.
You're brand new. Like and they know you brand new. Then what you gotta do? You gotta come back to them. You know what I mean? You gotta keep playing the same game that they set you up with the first time.
What you used to make.
So
you stuck.
being in a place where you're doing it for the love more than the money, because everybody need money, but at the end of the day, it's like, do you really want to make bread off of this thing that you love this much right now? Or do you want to do it for free, not for them, but for y'all? Do you want to do it for free to the point that it's big enough that people who don't know what it is are like, yo, what's that? What's going on over there? Hey, week to week to week to week, I see 50 people who move like nothing I've ever seen come to this place and do this thing.
Right.
I want to know what that's about. It changes the conversation, just like you're saying. It changes the conversation around what's going on. People are interested. People who are interested start to talk more about it. Those bloggers and those people start to come up. And it's not that you need to rely on them to get the word out, but it's that there's something to be talked about happening.
Right.
And that heart is what builds an industry. And then, the vultures will come and they'll try to pick the stuff off, but they'll pick the stuff off that's dead. If you still doing it every week, it's alive.
Always fresh leaves.
They got to keep circling.
Yeah.
Always
You know what I mean?
leaves.
They can't come and pick up anything until it's dead. And it really be like that. So
like that also comes to say like they also like the gatekeepers. They also look for following versus skill most of the time.
100%.
So if you got the following and you know anything you post, no matter what it is gonna go viral. They want your following.
yeah,
So they're gonna book you above the person who actually have the skill, who could probably do more and will do more because they never had this opportunity ever.
yeah.
So they
Versus
gonna-
someone, I got the following. I know they want to book me. All right, I want to see my schedule. I'll do it. Whatever.
Right.
But that's a new way of not networking, but a new way of campaigning because
Yeah, it's campaigns.
it's the influencing. It's the influencer generation.
Social media era. What's your
Also
following
algorithm.
look like?
That's also part of
Algorithm
algorithm.
too.
Yeah.
Algorithm too.
Listen, it's not as strong as you think. So I have the
That shit's strong.
I have
Yeah,
the it's strong in a sense. Like, so again, from like the creative direction and marketing background, like actually being in some of these like advertising conversations, like the algorithm does what it's supposed to do, but it has an initial point. Like the first things that they say are important, that's all it's doing. So to some degree, all the social media sites that we use, they already have a set equation. Yeah, they can tweak things here and there. Yeah, they're going to change things here and there, but they already are set. They're not going to change things to the point that their advertisers don't want to use them anymore. So, like, that's why people will have, like, YouTube channels that are like, oh, if you do this, you'll get 1 million followers in, like, a couple months. But,
Never work.
like I said, creating real heart, creating something that an industry can be built around, that they can never take that.
Yeah.
They can't emulate it. Even with AI and like all this stuff that's going on now, like me as a visual artist, everyone's like, yo, so are you using AI? No. Because as much as a computer can make something that looks kind of like what I do, I can do exactly what I want to do. And
we know the AI can't curate events.
They literally can't. Like, and even if they get to the point where they're like, oh, these are the most popular people, and they put them together, you know what I mean? Like, it's still going to be like, right, but if I'm hosting it, it's different. If a human being is hosting it, it's different. If a human being is saying, oh no, this color, not this color, it's different. If a human being is going, oh, but this is what this feels like, it's different. Because the computer can emulate it. The algorithm can emulate it. But it's never going to be the real thing, and people know that. Because when they go to a little bar and there's a singer in it who's better than anybody they've ever heard, they have a completely different feeling to it. That room, those people are your fans now. Because you are that good and you try that hard and they felt your heart. It's a completely different emotion than we've paid this much money to market this person to you. We will feel it and we'll feel something. We'll go, oh, this is cool. And then we'll forget about it very quickly, which is why they keep doing it. They say, oh, no, keep pulling up.
It's kind of like a industry plan with like music.
Yeah,
That's
I just think some people are numb dum-dums at times.
Absolutely.
Like they will show up and, love what they see, love the talent, love everything, feel the heart. But you're like, I gave them heart, I gave them love, I gave them realness. But you look back at your phone, those numbers are still the same.
Don't look at the numbers.
I know you don't look at the numbers, but at the same time, our Instagram is our opportunity makers.
For dancers, yes.
We put ourselves out
For
on Instagram
artists.
to get
Artists
pitched
too,
back
yes.
to gigs and opportunities.
Because I'm not going to hold you. It's crazy. For example, it's funny how one movie had no advertisement and that became number one on Netflix based off of memes.
What movie?
That's it.
Y'all guess the movie.
I don't know. I don't watch Netflix.
Yeah, I don't think you watched this movie yet because you were like, you don't like the clout of how much it's getting. But The Bird Box.
Oh.
There was
I've definitely made a video meme.
I watched
There
it.
was no advertisement.
You see what I mean? Like,
There was no ads for that shit anywhere. No billboards. That shit went number one off of memes.
but notice, the heart was not in the product. The heart was in the communication that people were having with each other
Exactly.
about the topic.
It was an eye movie.
But see
You know what I mean? Like-
exactly what I'm saying. It still became a number one
one on
movie
Netflix.
because of how crazy.
Now
In a
people
way, I
want
was
the
making fun of
context.
the
Shit.
movie.
Yeah.
Exactly. But
They
like,
sold the context of the movie instead of the movie.
Yeah.
They said, oh, y'all are all talking about something. Oh, you haven't seen it yet? Well, everyone's talking about it. You should probably see
You
it.
should probably make a skit.
That's the only thing that everybody kept
Exactly.
talking about the blindfold. That's it. No one talked about the context
but
at all.
it still made people watch the movie because there
Oh,
was
yeah,
no
just to see what the
there
fuck-
was no advertisement. They
Nah.
didn't have to make a profit off of nothing for that.
I still don't think it's an actual in the movie. There's no real context really.
None.
There was no context.
It's just
They never
watch
explained.
something and then you turn into something that kill yourself.
Exactly.
They never explained it really.
No one sees what that
At
thing
all.
is.
Exactly.
They never explained it.
It
And that
was
shit
not that.
sold millions.
Yeah. But I promise you,
No
You
adver- They
can do
didn't
the
put no
exact same
profit
thing.
in the fucking campaign for marketing. They put no profit. It was based off of memes, bro.
Even the movie Nope. That movie had so much like, I want to see this movie. It's so black. It's so real. It's aliens. Oh man, hell.
and
no,
that movie
I
was
wanna
good.
see
I don't
it.
care what no one says. That
It
movie
was
was
good
good.
because the suspense. But when you saw what you was looking at, you're watching a parachute fly through the sky, alien type parachute looking thing. And I don't think it was terrifying or like.
It wasn't terrifying, but it was one of those you got to think about the environment and how like it was. Jordan Peele makes movies for the message, not for the
Outcome.
yes. There's a message behind Nope because I watched that 3 times, and I feel like that message was based off of the algorithm of like how people would do it for the sake of clout and not for the sake of what it actually is giving and what it actually is.
question, Solange, why did you watch it 3 times?
Do you know the movie Rubber?
No.
Oh gosh.
We're still talking about the same movie, right?
Nope.
No, she's not.
I just want to talk about how you watched the.
It's
I
about
said,
that.
why you watch Nope 3 times and you
3
reference
times.
another movie? Explain,
because
please.
I when there's a movie that's like eye dropping, if it's a movie that has to make you think, I'm gonna watch it more than once type of shit. I only brought up Rubber because I watched that movie 13
But
times.
Okay.
That movie has a 1-star rating. That movie has a 1-star
movie's not
rating,
amazing.
and
It's
I
Rubber,
will
bro.
Rubber.
It's about a
Rubber.
tire, bro. It's about the tire.
A telekinesis tire that blows people up.
Oh no.
You know how many times she brought this up on this fucking podcast, bro?
This can't be. No.
It was
But-
number one on no. It had a 1-star
not
rating.
number
It had a 1-star rating on Netflix, and that movie was on Netflix for like 10 to 6 years, 6 to 10 years.
But it interested you, and you
No,
watched
my
it
white
13
friends
times.
showed me it. My white friends put me onto it. I watched it and I was like, this movie makes absolutely no sense, and I love it. It's the epitome. It's the epitome of white people doing whatever the fuck they want and still making a profit.
How y'all feel about the Human Centipede?
I've never seen
I
it
liked
on
it.
purpose.
The movies.
I liked it.
Yeah.
I
No.
never really watched it. I saw like what made it gross though.
I didn't want to see it.
It's crazy because even though we know it's the most grossest thing, we want to watch it.
No,
We really watched it.
I don't feel that way at all.
I knew what I was going to get myself into.
Right.
I'm like, I have to see that this is not bullshit. Like, they really made a movie for this? Like,
Yeah, there's a Human Centipede 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
3 of them shits.
do you think this really happened in real life somewhere in like Germany or some shit like that?
If you want to be real,
I think
Dante
it
and I,
happened.
we have Tubi. Well, Dante has a Tubi account.
Shout out to Tubi, bro. Tubi be
And
having a
Tubi
weird
has
ass
the
fucking
most
movies.
Tubi, man, get them
disturbing-
shots
You know
right,
about
Tubi.
Tubi,
Get
bro?
We
them
watched-
shots right, Tubi.
We watched this documentary called the Poughkeepsie Tapes.
Mm-hmm.
And the Poughkeepsie Tapes was about a serial killer who is 20 minutes away from us, mind you. Like, lives 20 minutes away from us, from upstate.
True story.
True story.
Serial killer.
Serial killer. Watch it. It's a good-ass documentary.
I'm not
He has
watching it.
over 80 tapes of how he tortured people. And in the documentary, they don't hold nothing back.
They show
You
all the tapes.
see how he tortured everyone.
Oh, there's no acting out.
Nah.
No,
they
he
show the
purposely gave the FBI
All his
these tapes.
Oh snap! Send me that link. I'm gonna watch that. Shit.
All right, see, so
that
like
shit
again,
was disturbing.
I do not have this thing in my mind where I want to see any of that. Like I literally, like you described that, and I was like, yeah, that's horrible. I'm good. Like I
Yep.
never, I don't need that.
Right.
I literally don't need it. Never want to see it. If someone's like, hey, we're gonna watch this tonight, I'm gonna go. All right, I'm gonna peace out. Like
Do you think like the movie gets saved in your head and it probably give you nightmares? Or
It's
something
saved
like
in
not
my
even
head.
saved in my head. It's more like, so it's both. Okay, this is a horrible thing. I don't really want to see a horrible thing, but then it's also he gave the tapes to the FBI,
FBI.
because he wanted it to be
Okay,
seen.
okay.
So no,
Okay.
I'm not going to
Boom.
watch
Boom.
it.
Okay,
planned
so the
everything, bro.
beginning of this documentary was wild because the very first tape was him digging someone out the graveyard, taking this woman's grave and putting her in the trunk and taking her home. He took this woman home. The end of the tape, the end of the whole entire movie, they explained who this woman was, who he dug out the grave, and why he took this woman back.
But you don't want to say why.
No,
Nah,
they
we
said
can't-
why.
We can't spoil
Can't
it
speak
for you.
about
We
it,
can't
can't
spoil it.
I
for you.
just, you
Can't
can spoil
spoil
for
it.
me later because I'm not gonna fucking watch it. But yes,
But
like
he dug her out and took it. And the end of the tape, they showed exactly who this woman was, what she was dealing with, all the trauma that she goes through, and then they show the FBI tapes of what that was giving forth for it. Like they show the FBI tapes at the end of it, but in the beginning of it, they showed his tape of him digging out the girl. And he gave the FBI this
He's
tape.
just breaking down the tapes and time periods.
That was his last tape.
That was
You-
his last tape.
you
that
don't
he-
Digging up the
record
girl.
things you don't want other people to see.
Oh no, he was a fucking psychopath.
He
He
was
wanted-
crazy.
He was
He
like,
was
he was
crazy.
way too smart.
Yeah,
He
I'm
was-
not tapping into that. I'm not
Intelligent
giving
psychopath.
him the satisfaction
You know,
of
there's like-
you watched it. No, I
There's
didn't.
certain humans, bro, and I'm one of them. Solange is one of them. I think we just love to see
We love to study people.
like evilness.
No.
Me and Jen,
You know what I'm saying?
me and Jen the same way. We always want to watch some movie that's crazy evil.
Like I
gruesome.
don't know why because and I
no
think I know why
reason.
because I like a kind of like a bad guy type of energy.
I love a villain.
I love
Absolutely,
villains. I always grew up
100%.
loving villains. So and I always loved crazy as it sounds because I think I might have some in it. Like I love like intelligent psychopaths, like people that are very intelligent
Organized.
and organized and are able to get away with it.
He was organized.
and
I
I've
like that.
always
He was
wondered
organized.
how
He
the
was
fuck they're
terrifying.
able to do it. And I think it's because I have a fantasy of me disappearing from the world and not anybody knowing where the fuck I'm at.
And all your enemies is gone.
Yeah, like I have that fantasy of doing it.
Every week, another of your enemies is gone.
You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
done.
Gone. Oh wow, you're gone.
Listen, I'm
That's
not gonna
crazy.
pretend that I haven't thought about that. I'm not gonna pretend that I haven't like been like, yes, I'm gonna find the CEO who
Right.
ruined these 200,000 people's lives and I'm gonna take them out. You know what I mean? Because absolutely, I've thought of it.
I don't think I want to take them out. I think I just want to humiliate people really bad.
Oh,
People that I don't like.
I feel
That
that.
did me wrong in the past, like really wrong. I want to just humiliate them or ruin their business. And they won't know where it came from.
But there's like a line. There's a line where this person was a dickhead to a bunch of people, we're getting our revenge or we're bringing justice on like this person, and then there's this person is a fucking evil person doing horrible things, and like, no, burn that and end it, like, and let it die, like, for real, because like the perpetuation of the ideas, of the thought process, of all that, I think is poisoning people to like I literally had a conversation with a friend this morning on the bus, and she's like, yeah, I was really tired this week, but then I couldn't sleep because I watched a true crime show before I went to sleep. And I'm like, so she was literally could not sleep because she was worried about being murdered, but she actively watched the show.
Watched it, yeah.
So it's like, all right, like at some point you have to say,
I feel like that's a female thing. We just love to torture ourselves.
Not a human thing. Humans like to torture themselves.
Yeah.
I don't think it's just women. I think humans just love to torture
No,
themselves.
but you know how females be always like, there's that stereotype of like how women are like, okay, I'm gonna put on this nice, comforting podcast to fall asleep, and it's like the serial killer podcast.
I ain't never heard that.
That's a
serial killer podcast.
That's a stereotype.
Yeah.
Like females be listening to serial killers. Like it's a soothing thing for females.
this be the same chick
That was like
who
a white girl thing.
no, this be the same
Nah,
chick that you
it's
date, and she's like, oh yeah, I have anxiety, and it's like, I wonder why. I wonder why it's hard for you to open up about certain things. I wonder why.
You're being rude. You're being rude.
Backtrack your moves. How did it start?
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
I feel attacked.
That was a great conversation.
He said, I have anxiety. I wonder why. Fuck you.
Come on, you quiet, man. You good, bro?
Yeah, I'm good, bro.
He's studying. He wants better for our people.
Karan's like, what? Murder?
No, I'm
Torture?
Oh my God.
He's like, Dr. Umar's listening.
Let me see. Talked about an hour and 32 minutes. Y'all got any topics y'all want to discuss? I don't want to keep.
Balenciaga.
Eh?
Oh
we
yeah,
didn't
you're supposed to
talk
get
about
into
that.
it. Yeah, go.
Yeah,
Talk about
Balenciaga
it.
was getting a lot of crazy feedback about the things they've been posting recently.
What were they posting?
I was just surprised you guys don't know about this. They had a fashion show and they had a baby in a
I thought you were talking about the house
Yeah.
of Balenciaga, not the actual Balenciaga.
Some of the actual
Balenciaga.
Balenciaga.
Yeah,
Like
the
the fashion
child
company?
stuff.
Fashion.
Oh. They
Yeah.
did some
Whole
child shit.
campaign. Like they had a child doll in a purse, and it was painted red and bloody, and he's holding it. It's a black baby with a white guy.
They constantly do that though. Like that's Gucci. That's everyone. Like I don't understand why we haven't.
Gucci did that too.
Gucci did some white. They did some blackface like 2
Yeah, we know
years ago.
blackface, but
They did, like,
a,
news
a
or something.
black baby in blood, and they're holding the baby doll with a leash around the baby doll. They walk like, "This is my baby." Like this is you can search this shit. It's all video.
And the crazy thing is black people will buy that shit. There's
Yeah, and I'm like, yeah, this is the end of Balenciaga. Black people not gonna support this no more, and they still support it. So same with Gucci, you know. I thought that was
Gucci's
the end- I thought that was
mad
the end of straw.
racist.
I was like, yo, the
Gucci's
blackface, that's it.
mad fucking racist, bro.
Yeah, I was like, blackface, that's it. It's over for Gucci, and it's still not over for Gucci. We support it still.
I hate us.
So I'm kind of like blocked
everyone's
to head,
still
like,
not
what's
saying-
going on?
So these I saw
Let me see,
these
let me see,
ones.
Let me see. Let me see.
Yeah.
Let me see. Bring it. I need my glasses on.
It was like the
Let's see.
stuffed animals in bondage.
Yeah,
that's one.
BDSM.
And
Yeah.
They have a video of
You
an
see the
actual
one with the
black
noose
baby
right
doll.
there? Like a black baby doll.
A black baby doll with two Afro puff little.
No way.
And they just holding the baby doll like a dog pet.
Let me see if I can find that one. They probably took it
that
out.
little
there.
white kid
No,
look
they
mad
got that- that's
uncomfortable.
not-
See it, right? The little-
That's
Oh,
not
That kid
nah.
look mad uncomfortable.
That's
Like,
not-
are you sure?
Oh nah.
Yeah, man. I was like, the fashion thing is getting too out of hand.
But that's not recent. That's been going on.
Everybody's watching these true
Happened
crime
last
shows.
year, I think. Or the beginning of the year.
Yeah, that shit is
Last
wild.
fashion week.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's wild, man. Like it's wild.
Y'all need to boycott. Y'all need to do on some writer strike. Well, every company,
Yep.
just boycott every
The fashion
every
companies, because that's fucking rude.
No, let's do a trend where everybody digs into the history of every single company and just
It's
see
gonna
like
get
what
dark.
they
It's gonna
got.
get real dark.
That ass. You know what's funny? I think dancers should go on strike. Y'all ever thought about that?
We
I
have.
think aren't they going to strike with the SAG Afro thing right now?
That's with writers.
Yeah, I thought it was only
Writers.
actors.
Only
Yeah.
writers.
Only
We
writers.
know.
Dancers
No,
should be
writers
striking
and
with-
actors.
Well,
There
yeah,
was
the
one- no,
actors
there was
just
one
joined.
time-
Actors too.
There was one time we actually tried to combine and come together, and that's when the baby paid his dancers $200 to go on tour with him.
Oh hell!
And that's when we all came together because we had that whole entire seminar at El Barrio Space, and where all the dancers came together to talk about how we're gonna be compensated more.
I remember the Super Bowl. Some people didn't get paid at the Super Bowl.
What?
Some people didn't pay for the fucking
Some
Super
people
Bowl.
didn't get paid. Some people got paid cheap, but they just
See,
took
they
the
had like
money, you know?
200 plus people on the fucking Super
Yeah,
Bowl.
so-
The recent one, like the one with
money wasn't
Rihanna.
all that good. I heard.
Not with Rihanna. The J-Lo one.
This was the Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre,
Oh,
Eminem.
that
Oh,
one.
not J-Lo. Yeah,
LA
yeah,
LA
yeah.
There's
one.
a
LA
lot
one.
of dancers in that joint that we know from New York. They was all there, and they came back kind of pissed. Some of them came back pissed, like, yo, man. But they don't want to say, like, I ain't get paid. Like, it's more like you have to find out, like, yo, they're not going to talk about it because it's embarrassing. Like, to do the Super Bowl and not get paid? Because you want, you know.
You want that?
Yeah,
That
you just
look.
wanna
But that's what
good.
they count on too. Like,
Yeah.
there's a lot of people like, and it's not like I think a lot of people are like, oh, the owners or whatever, and it's like the owners own the stadium. They not paying attention. They don't care.
don't
They
give a fuck.
they make a couple mil a day. Like, they not really worried about you.
And that's why it was ridiculous because, like, yo, that's the Super Bowl. Do you know how much
Everyone
money the
gets
Super Bowl
so-
builds in for that one day?
That one.
And
day.
y'all
That
can't even
one
pay
day-
your fucking dancers.
But there are like hundreds of
That's
people
sad.
like
That need to
in
get paid.
between
that need to get paid.
not
before you
need
guys.
to get paid that are like, again, like what you said about the budgets,
Mm-hmm.
because think about it on the other side, right? Because when you make a budget, oh, we have this much money to work with, you are getting paid out of that money. You, the person who's making the budget, is getting paid out of that money. How much of that money are you going to give to everybody else?
See, it's sections. And if you're going to have a section budget for Doritos commercials and Bud Light, you're getting paid thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars for little commercial like pitches that they even really came out to be a real commercial just for that one day to air it. Sometimes they have to pay for that spot, but they get paid back a lot because of the views.
Right.
And the trafficking from people watching that commercial and want to see it again and go on YouTube and watch it again.
Right.
Right.
Then you have a small budget. And we say, this one is for the dancers.
Yeah.
Our prostitute hoes that's shaking their ass on the
Yeah.
streets and trying to make a living. But
Making
they're
that
not going to make
artist
a living
look
off
real
of us.
good.
Mhm.
Making
Not
that
gonna
artist
make a
look
living
real
off of us.
good.
So we're going to give you this small budget.
Yep.
And let me take the rest of that and go and get my
Right.
new car.
But mind you, they're
Right.
making the entire show. They are dead ass making the entire show.
Making
Yep,
your
all the
artists look
artists
real
getting
good.
paid well, of course, because they're the artists.
Yeah.
Shit.
That's
probably
what they
the
came to
stage
see.
crew's getting paid more than the
Way
dancers.
more than
They
the
do.
And they don't even get that. They literally on strike right now for
They
exactly that
strike,
reason.
right? So you see how discombobulated everything is right now because the gatekeepers make it that way.
At
They
the end
control
of the
their
day,
money.
at the end of the day, most of these CEOs and like the people on like the upper end of it, they shouldn't be making the amount of money that they're making based on the return that we're getting. Like, it doesn't make sense that, hey, this much of the profit that comes back is going to one person, two people, three people.
I mean, they do
when
that
there's
purposely.
200 people who worked on it. You're
Sweating.
taking this tiny piece of this huge budget and you're splitting it amongst all these people.
200 dancers.
But,
But
you're
that's
saying,
a-
oh, but the lump sum, like the larger part of it, is going to be split amongst
Executives,
people?
engineers.
who are really only doing organizational
but
work.
they're smart.
Organizing,
They
yeah.
do that purposely for a reason.
Yeah,
Like, I'm going to shout out Viacom, but they know exactly what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
They own half of the companies. They own half of the organizations. They own half of the brands that we even sell for, like, Kellogg's and shit like that. It still goes underneath the same person.
you got to build it yourself. You got to build it yourself. You got to eat shit so that your kids don't have to do it. That's
Right.
kind of the way that it
You
works.
gotta take all the punches in the chin.
Yeah, like if I could
That's
go,
a big punch kick in the chin, though.
I mean, if I could go the rest of my life never doing art for Google or Apple or whatever, I'd be very happy. I'd be very proud of myself. And like I mean that, dude. They have shit that I could sign up for, and I don't because I'm like, I don't want to give it to you. You have enough. And me putting my like coins in your bucket doesn't really make any sense. It doesn't. I'd rather make some shit for the people over here who you're not paying and do something over here. And in 5 years, when you're like, hey, you guys are doing pretty well, we would love to partner with you. I'm going to say no. You don't need me.
Lana, as you said before, because I've been reading it more and more recently, and it's been actually kind of being more brought up about how we can't take money from the white man.
No, I just believe. I mean, you can
No,
but I feel no.
don't go back on your word.
I mean, hear me out.
you can.
I mean, hear me out. You can't be funded by a certain. For example, like I look at other other groups of people. Like you can do business with everybody, but you want to. The main thing is supporting your own. So, for example, like the Hasidic Jewish community, they will accept money from any community, but they're only giving jobs to people within their community, and they're only supporting people within. Yes, they'll accept jobs like fucking a few months ago I had to look for a plumber and I couldn't find a black plumber in the area, but you know, a lot of the Jewish community pretty close, a lot of, you know, Jewish plumbers, and trust me, they have no problem like taking the money from other clients, but there's only Jewish people that work for that company. So like it's just about establishing some type of infrastructure with whatever community, whatever like thing you do, and just like supporting your own, having that community to support your own. So.
It's also the mentality of like you said, being funded by. Like, oh, I can't do it unless you say yes is a very specific structure. And at least in America, like we're taught that, oh, that's how you make it big. And it's like, that's not true. Like you could start a business and put 50 years into it.
It's just so much you have to face. Like, like for example, like you could say like the funding. Like I worked for a school production that did after school, and you know we taught dance, and we taught dance to the kids, but it was all African, and African American and Black, Central, melanin everywhere. The teachers, but when I went to the main office to pick up my first check, it was within a Jewish building that had a whole bunch of operations going on.
Right.
And they had a small office square in the back. So I had to walk past through all of that to see like, oh, this is y'all office?
Right.
In this big ass space? Small bedroom.
Right.
It's like, yeah, this is our operation office, and you know, I got my check.
That says a
and I was like,
fucking lot.
it's clear that the Jews own their whole thing. And I was like, no wonder I'm getting paid probably more than I usually get paid from other programs because their budget is higher.
Right. But I think, again, that's what we got to look
Funding.
at. Where are you looking at the amount, or are you looking at the community? You know?
I look at the community because I know I'm there for the Black kids and the community teaching.
Right.
being a teacher.
Right.
But I also know my check is coming from a Jewish person.
It really, again, it comes down to, all right, well, what are we doing, right? Like, are we going to go, all right, this is the money that's coming in. Where are we putting it to? You know what I mean? Are we putting it into a situation where it's not going back out into, like, the world, you know, that's not us? But then also, like, again, that heart, like, that love of what we're doing. Am I teaching these kids for a check, or am I teaching these kids so that they know what to do so that they don't have to do what I have to do right now? This is the situation I'm in, right? This is what I'm dealing with. But am I teaching you in a way where you're going to get to a point where you don't got to talk to them? You don't got to deal with them not even once, because you're going to know both sides. You're going to know.
But how is that an operational choice when it's already controlled before you even can make your choice? Like, yo, you have to get paid by them because they the one that's paying you.
It's the choice that you make. It's a new choice.
Right.
Like, don't, like, it's not looking at the world and going, well, this is the situation and this is what I have to do. It's you looking at the situation and going, that sucks. We're going to do this now. And you're starting at square one. Yeah. Like, it's ass. That's why I said put 50 years into it, because it's ass. You do have to actually build from scratch. Yeah. You might not be able to get funding for the thing that you're doing, because if you get funding, now this person owns it too, right? Yeah. So you have to create a situation where it's like, all right, now I'm putting the work in, but the work is mine and it's coming to me.
Now, here that goes. Like, the pandemic was a perfect example for what you're saying.
Yeah.
We all started building businesses during
everybody,
the pandemic, right?
literally.
So when we started building businesses, it goes back to that word, funding.
Yeah.
So how your business is going to stay up if you don't have the funding?
You have to do what you can do.
Do what you can do.
Not
and
what you wanna.
What you can do, sometimes it could go far, but sometimes what you can do is what is the tools given to you to do what you can.
Yeah, but even that is faith. Like, no one's saying that it's written in stone and it's perfect.
A lot of people, I can say that right now. A lot of people say, I'm not going by faith on this.
Right.
I need to be sure, guaranteed that this is going to happen.
And, Yeah, sure.
I'm one of those
Guaranteed
people, I
is you
can't
getting paid by somebody who don't love you. To do something for your whole life that you don't make nothing
But
off
you
of.
want to do it for the community, but you need that funding from those people to do for your community. So it's like a Robin Hood thing without robbing people.
Yeah,
You know what
I would rather rob.
Yeah. But you can still get the funding. It's just like about the how fast you can get it, because sometimes you just need to work on the craft, build the craft up, and actually get the craft to where it's at a level where it can sustain some type of funding and keep building, do the slow build. Like everybody kind of wants that, like that fast advance. You know, they always say in the music industry, like, oh, they got $100,000 advance for a fucking like a deal, but not realizing that like
They're really not making no
instead of
money.
like you're compromising so much for that $100,000, you're giving away so much
money,
for like
man.
a little loan, other than just like slow grinding it, making it, and then just keep reinvesting in it, and then just building it up.
Right, but if
know
you
what I'm
work
saying?
a regular job and save $2,000 to $5,000, you could shoot your own music video that could go viral, and all that money is yours.
It's yours.
100%. 100%.
It's just like when you see it in so many different lenses, you can look at it. You know, like that point where you're like, yo, I remember all these black businesses opening during the pandemic, and I was so excited. Like, oh my God, they got all this new things, these new curators, these new business owners. And then I'm not gonna front. There's a lot of people who say black owned, black everything wasn't really black owned, but
Nah.
it sounded good
Yeah.
to say it.
Yeah.
You know, it gave them more views. It gave them more black community to support.
Yep.
But it's not really black owned.
That's a fact.
And this is true facts behind the statistics and the paperwork.
Right.
But we don't want to reveal that. We don't want to expose that. We want to keep our business moving.
Of course.
I'm gonna tell you right now, 60% of these businesses disappeared.
No, not even, like I can tell you, bro. 85, because trust me, I
85. That's a good number.
85% of black businesses in the U.S. fail, and like, but you have to remember, like, there's no like, we. And people give so much flack to black businesses, but when you really don't own infrastructure and you don't have funding, like literally every other like group of people will have some type of infrastructure. Like you can go to like the Koreans, you can go to the Armenians, like you can go to the Asians, Middle Easterns. They all have a establishment in some type of industry, but we don't have any type of foundation. But
Everybody has an establishment within the black community, outside the black community. That's a fact.
Yeah.
You know?
So easy to make a
So,
point.
Yeah.
but the thing is, it's all about, like Logic kind of was saying, was like just the mindset and the mentality. But it's, I mean, it's very deep. But I mean, it's very deep. No, I mean, yeah, it's a very deep issue. Of course,
It's a fact, yo. You're not lying, bro. You're not lying at all.
I feel like it's just like, yeah, it just has to be a conscious effort, and I feel like this is like this is the shit I like talking about. Just sparking the mindset of the mentality of like just being like, no, everybody needs to try to own a business or find something that you're actually passionate about, that you would be doing for free, that you can actually, like, anybody can do it. It can be on such a small level, and like you can actually establish some type of like footing in that and like grow that and actually give other people opportunity.
Right.
Like it's about like actually building something and then like keeping it within, so like other people can learn from it. It's about educating yourself, you know?
Yeah.
And like people don't realize a lot of, like, for example, like schools, churches, all of that shit is government funded. Like 92% of all churches, black churches, white churches, they're all government funded.
And that's
you know
why they
what I'm
can
saying?
shut down whenever they snap their finger.
Yeah.
They
Which
could
is
take
fucked
away
up,
your whole
though.
church to open up something else, a 7-Eleven.
Even though
Yeah.
church and state are supposed to be fucking separated.
Right.
I mean,
So they really messed up on that part, and they will continue to keep doing that. Because I remember we had a church in Crown Heights that was really, really popular. Everybody always passed by that church, go visit the church. And we had to find out why the church closed and they took away the whole building. It's because the Broncos bought it. I said, are you kidding me? An NFL team bought a church and a whole land and took away our church in Crown Heights, Brooklyn?
I'm screaming.
Denver Broncos? Like, what?
Denver. I'm screaming.
but that's what I'm,
Colorado.
figuring out how it's yours. That's the answer. Figuring out how it's yours. I don't know what you got to do. I don't know how many generations it's going to take. How is it yours? And it's really yours.
Right.
And you actually sit in it.
Now it goes back to us going back to saying, when our community think we have something that's ours,
Yeah.
what do we really have?
Right.
Without it being taken away because in the paperwork statistics,
Exactly.
it was run by this guy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
A lot of times it's up here. You know, it's up here
Yeah.
or it's
It
here,
feels
you
good
know?
to be
We're like,
around,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah,
Yeah, it
we
feels
black
good.
and we being black and everything's
Yeah.
black until it's not black.
And then it's not black no more because we don't have no control over that.
Right.
You know, they do.
100%. 100%.
Y'all, can I pee?
Oh yeah. Oh, we about to end it right now. Actually, if you wanna.
Okay.
All right.
Sorry for the break, y'all. I mean, like the month hiatus that we didn't record.
Oh yeah, yeah. There
We
you go,
didn't say
Kron.
that in the beginning of the podcast.
As an avid listener, it's okay.
You know what's funny? I think I actually said I was gonna be more consistent and all this shit, and then 3 weeks break.
We were consistent in a break. I'm scared, man.
We can't hear you with your neck like no one can. Hear
We were consistent in a break.
you talking like this, like they can hear you and shit.
I forgot. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna hold you the last 10 minutes of the podcast. I was dying.
Solange's neck was speaking.
You saw me though.
Oh my goodness. But
Cause y'all were talking, y'all were preaching, but I was like, I'm tired.
it finally hit you.
It hit.
I hear that.
That's a fact.
It hit.
I'm gonna sleep well tonight. Easy.
Yo, I'm saying.
Yo, it's a long weekend.
This concludes episode 190. I hope it's 190. I really hope it's 190. This concludes episode 190 of the Soapbox. I want to thank our special guest, Rocka, coming in the building. And
I
shit.
appreciate it, Glizzy. I
Say that when we start.
So at the end of the podcast, we allow our guests to plug anything that they would like, their socials, or anything that they're working on in the future. You want to plug anything to our audience, you may do so.
Who want to go first?
No, you go first. It's you.
Let me plug myself in because, you know, got to plug in the, you know, outlet, you know, real quick. My Instagram is Rocka James. The same way you spell rock, just put an A at the end. And James, no S, Z. ROCKAJAMEZ. That's usually my name for everything. Same as Facebook, TJ Rocka James. Rounds of Flame, ROUNDZ of Flame. Not flames. People always spell it wrong. Rounds of Flames. I know it sounds cool, but it's no flames. It's just flame. All right, and you will find
One
the Instagram.
flame.
Our next event is August 12th. We're gonna be at the Brooklyn Art Cave.
Hey.
Pull up. There's gonna be 2-on-2 battles and 1-versus-1 exhibition. I might have a special guest DJ there also. I don't know where the after party is gonna be at, but we'll figure it out. Show up. Support your boy.
Hey.
Damn, how did shit go when I end this? Oh, I remember. Thank
You
for
can
so-
listen to us on Spotify, Apple
Yo, I keep
Podcasts,
forgetting, bro.
and YouTube. Thank you guys for listening and always tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe. Would you guys like to say
Shout out
thank
Logic
yous?
for kicking it with the homies. You
Yeah,
know
it
what I'm
was
saying?
popping out,
Shout out to
yeah.
Logic.
It was popping. How y'all doing?
Y'all want to shout out
Kroang,
anyone?
everybody want to shout out?
Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad.
Fuck up the night.
We get it. Fuck up the night.
All right, that's it. We out.
Beyonce took money from my night.